I say what's up to all the fans of altersofmetal.com.
I'm David Vincent, and you are watching Altars of Metal, and congratulations for coming back after 20 years.
Metalheads, it's Kelly Schaefer from Athens and Till the Dirt, and you are listening to Altars of Metal. Reborn, recreated, just for you and your ears. Thank you. Turn it up, crank it. Cheers.
Hey, this is James Murphy. What's up? You're listening to Altars of Metal.
Hello there, this is Saxon from Rocky Christ, and you are watching Altars of Metal.
Hello metalheads, this is Elfinis Karadimas from Nightfall. You're watching Altars of Metal with the almighty Dimitris.
Altars of Metal, welcome back after 20 years. Have a good one.
Welcome back, Metalheads. Tonight on Altars of Metal we continue our journey into the wolf's den, and trust me, these wolves don't bite, they shred. Now, we have two people with us who are ready to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I know they're all out of gum. So, first of all, a man whose riffs are so sharp they come with a government health warning, Simon Johansson, and alongside him, the vocalist who doesn't just sing about wolves, he is the alpha of the pack, Niklas Stålvind. And, of course, I'm not alone. Once again, at my side are my loyal co-conspirators, the man who secretly rehearses drum solos in his dungeon, Vasilis Kouroumalis, Badoom. And the legend who doesn't need a nickname, the vocalist of the mighty Doomocracy, Michael Stavrakakis. So buckle up, because part 2 with Wolf is going to be louder, faster, and probably twice as dangerous. So, hello, gentlemen, and welcome back to Altars of Metal. How are you doing?
Hello, doing fine here.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Perfect. How are you guys doing?
We're fine. So excited about tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked so much last time, so we had to do a part 2, but that's cool.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think we're probably going to exhaust the time this time as well.
Yeah.
But first, let's just stress out that there's an upcoming festival where you're going to play. It's going to be Athens Metal Union. I'm not sure about the full name of the festival. And you're playing alongside Domine and Tigers of Pantang. On the 29th of August.
Yeah.
So who's a fan of Tigers of Pantang?
Oh, I kind of am, but to be honest, I don't want to lie. I listened to them like way back in the 80s, but then I kind of lost it, to be honest.
They're on my list of bands that I want to check out, because I've never heard the name, but I never really listened to the band. But you know, when you listen to Spotify or YouTube, and sometimes they come up, and I have noticed, but wow, this is really good. What is this band? Oh, Tigers of Pantang. Okay, should listen to them.
They had John Sykes on guitar, Niklas.
Oh,
yes, they did.
The second album.
It's a good band. They have some really good stuff, to be honest. But I haven't listened to it lately, like for years. So, but it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, same here.
Okay,
I've only listened to them many years ago. That's Spellbound is a great one. Yeah.
Great one. That's the one with John Sykes. Excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's the one. The first one I'll check out then.
And Domine is an epic metal band from Italy. You know them?
No. By name, but not. I don't think I've heard them. Not that I know. But I know the name.
Right.
But yeah, you know, it's hard when you play yourself. It's hard to keep the. Yeah.
Of course.
There's so many bands.
All right.
But
are you guys excited to return to Greece?
Yeah. Yeah. Love it in Greece. It's been too long. So yeah.
When was the last time?
What was it? 2015? Was it or?
Something
it was
like that.
Was it in Crete?
Yeah.
In Crete.
Yeah.
That was
2017.
2017.
17. And we played in Athens with Night Demon.
A year before, I think.
A year before, yeah.
2 years before.
Yeah. 2 years before, yeah.
That was
2015.
okay.
Yeah, that was 15. Yeah, correct. And then Crete 17. And I was there like last year, or was it the year before, with Memory Garden. Nice
Yes.
shot, by the way.
The latest album, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
yeah,
there since then. But
Yeah, you played Athens, Demon's Gate Festival, I think.
yep, correct.
That's right.
So it's about
Right.
4 days
Nice.
left until your trip to Greece.
Yeah.
When are you
4
guys
days, yeah.
coming? Will you be here prior to the festival, like
Yeah, we
1 or
fly
2
in
days?
Thursday morning, or Thursday like 6 o'clock or something. We leave Stockholm, and I think it's like a 3-hour flight or 3.5 or something. Yeah, we around lunch on Thursday we will land in Athens, and then we have a bus drive
Yep,
for I
bus
don't know
ride.
3 or 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Keep
then
in mind that Agrenio is really warm during the summer, so prepare
Yeah.
for some warm weather.
Especially for
Yeah.
One of
Swedes.
it's one of the hottest places in Greece.
Really? Is it still really hot? Summer in Sweden is kind of ended now.
I think it was like 34 today.
Yeah. Here it's kind of it's going towards autumn now, so it's getting colder.
Woo.
So it's gonna be nice to wear some shorts again.
Yeah.
You guys have no not 34 in Sweden, but 34 over here. You mean, Michael? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay, because
yeah.
I thought the guys were going Greek or something, you know, but
No, we maybe have
Sweden.
14 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 14 was today, and I thought it was really hot. Wow, this is almost like summer again. So,
Of
Right.
course.
I'm gonna
You're
pack
gonna-
some really light clothes for Greece.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
gonna
we
have a great
guys,
time.
yeah, of course, and we guys go for
No.
swimming until early November here in Crete,
Okay.
especially.
Maybe we do as well, but it's more like ice swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
we do it. We do it that way. But
I remember when Sorcerer were here in 2018. It was October, early October, and we went for a swim next day after they played. Yeah,
Okay.
it was much fun.
Yeah.
I've just
Well-
been up in the north, in the mountains, battling ice bears and stuff like that. Not beers, but bears.
Bear.
Bears.
Have some icy beers as well. So
beers
it's
and
like-
bears
Trip
sounds
there.
like a good combination.
Yeah.
Dangerous one,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna expect in a few days in Greece? What should we? What should the Greek audience expect from the Wolfpack?
It's gonna be, you know, some songs from the new album, of course, the Shadowland album, and
Okay.
a bit of it's gonna be a mix of old and new stuff. We have so many classic Wolf songs that we must play, and
Of course.
we'll do all of them, of course, and some new stuff.
Awesome.
We probably
Thank you.
miss some according to fans. It's never easy to pick songs. It's always like, oh, why didn't
Yeah.
you play that one? And oh, why did you play that one? It's like,
Yeah.
well, because
Also, it
And
It
the
might
old.
be
Of course.
Yes, Niklas.
might be it might be a surprise song in the end. It depends on some stuff, but we'll see. We're planning to maybe do something special.
How much time do you guys have at the festival?
55 minutes.
55 minutes.
About an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a long set.
That's a
Damn it.
good one.
Damn it. I'm very, very sorry that I cannot be there.
Yeah,
It's very
well,
expensive.
I can
tried.
make it.
No,
No, I
do-
tried really
I
hard.
understand that. I mean, it's kind of like it's not the city next to you guys, so it's kind of like it's far.
No, but
Yeah.
you know, it's the end of the month as well, and work-wise, it doesn't work very well. I mean, it's really hard to get days off at the end of the month for me, at least.
Yeah.
It's not the schedule for me. It's the money. It's the money and the and the distance.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
Yeah, but then we'll have to come back then soon.
yeah, well, exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
course.
what I'm hinting
that
at.
was my next comment. That well, then
Yeah.
we'll
I'm-
return soon.
I am
need to do that.
counting. I'm counting on it.
Private
No.
private
My
gig in
son
Vic's
needs to
dungeon.
see you. Yeah, no.
Sorry,
I
Vic.
want a real crowd.
Your son?
Yeah, needs to see you live. He really likes your music.
Yeah.
So if any promoter is listening, do your thing.
So this is music from generation to generation, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wish my example was, the norm, but it's not. My son's like an alien.
We really need the new kids,
Yes.
turning up the metal shows. It's not like when we were kids, but
No,
I mean
it's
it is a genre over many generations. We can have a grandpa and a dad and a son or a daughter,
And it's nice.
nowadays.
I've noticed like the last couple of years that there are coming more and more young kids to the shows, and also girls that kind of like it's more of that than what it used to be. So it's kind of feels like there are something happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really wasn't like that back in the day.
I'm not sure I can say this for Greece as well. I don't know if you guys agree.
No, I've seen young kids coming over to gigs. I mean, when I was in Katerini, I saw little kids like I don't know, 7, 8 years old. Not that many, but they're
with their parents.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
It's cool.
They were not there by choice.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Listen to Sabotage.
But it feels like something is happening. But I mean, of course, there's a lot of old men like us there.
More or less, yeah.
It's fun. But I do feel and see some sort of regrowth or something the last couple of years, and also people knowing the lyrics, like young people, which is really kind of like that's cool. So
I mean that should be really cool. But don't you think that the younger ages tend more to more modern metal stuff, like the bands? I mean, Godzilla.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I mostly played shows the last couple of years with Soilwork, and that's mainly where I've seen it. We haven't done that many shows, so I mean that is more like of the modern metal stylish. But I mean, I think I feel it kind of when we played with Wolf last year, and also when we played now a couple of months ago. I have high hopes.
I remember we had a girl who turned 14 the day we played.
Yeah.
And her parents brought her, and her parents, the father was a drummer in a band called Hellfueled, Swedish band, back in the day. So I recognized him, and his daughter was really into the music. And then we played the next year, exactly the same date. So she turned 15, and it was like a birthday present from her parents to go see Wolf. So that's cool, but it's not like there is thousands of 15-year-olds in the concerts. It's usually men around 30, 40, 50.
40, exactly.
Yeah, these decades, Don't you guys think that we experience an era where things in metal are really shifting? I mean, we see the big names getting away from the scene slowly. Now we had Megadeth announcing that they're going to release their last album and they're going to have the last tour next year, and they call it quits. Well, at least that's what they say. Let's see, and we see Slayer slowly going off the scene again, in a way, in general. Motorhead are gone. I don't know how long Metallica is going to last, or AC/DC. All the big beasts of our music slowly are leaving, and I think a new era is coming with names. I think the biggest names, correct me if I'm wrong, are names such as Godzilla, for example, or similar names, which is way different from what our generation got used to. And I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I think it's going to be a little bit weird for our generation in the scene. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, no one's going to sound like the old bands. Of course, there's bands like us that play a more traditional kind of metal, but you can't really compete with the founders of metal, and so there's going to be a shift, I think. Definitely.
There will never be another Ozzy. There will never be another Metallica, Slayer, whatever. all of these names, Motorhead. I think that's it. And Simmons said from Kiss. You'll never see that because music industry today does not offer any opportunities to any of the kids. The things with internet and the format of music and everything is just not worth it, and the eras are different. So I think when we had names up there, that slowly we're gonna have on the cardio sign, you know, it's gonna go lower, you know, the whole wavelength and everything. Not bad, but not that amazing feeling with huge names and talents, or I don't know, or new breakthroughs.
But I still think there are a lot of young, really, really good bands. But
True.
the problem is they won't probably be as big. But it's not maybe because they are not as good as the old bands. It's just because the way the scene looks today, with so many bands and there's
True.
so much competition, which they really didn't have, not in the same way at least back when they were kind of like starting up. So, So it's kind of like it's so much harder to kind of like break through the fuss of everything. I don't know if I make sense, but yeah.
And also, I think that the era of really, really big stars, that's gone. You know, there will never be another Michael Jackson. There will never be like Madonna used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that era is completely gone. So,
In general, in music, not just metal. You're right.
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, Michael Jackson is not metal, Dimitris.
Of course.
last time I checked.
That's why I said it,
Who knows?
Vic. Thank you.
But that's more like I think that's the new
Keen observation.
that's the way it's gonna be, kind of. I mean, there are super huge artists like, but it's kind of like different anyway.
Yeah.
So in some,
I think the industry is just different now. I mean, the whole philosophy of the
Completely
industry and the pie is just completely differently shared. I mean, now it's the big streaming companies who get all the big share of the pie, and the artists get much smaller, and especially the small artists.
Yeah.
And I don't see a way out of that, to be honest.
Yeah, do you guys see a way out of that?
No, I think if you're gonna be a band and making a little bit of money nowadays, you have to be a producer, a studio owner. You have to know you have to do everything by yourself.
The whole package.
Because you can't just, I mean, big studios is not like as common as it used to be. Now Simon has a really good studio in Stockholm, but it's an exception to the rule nowadays. Yeah. And a young band just starting up couldn't afford like an old school studio anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's everything works a bit different, but I mean, if you adapt, I think you will do fine. I mean, for a band like us, it's the music that drives us to do it. It's not like the business. The business is something that just there, but the music is everything. And if we have to learn to produce ourselves, we will do it because, you know, to get our music out.
Plus, the whole landscape in the music industry is changing. We're entering the digital era with AI and a huge offer of material. We are being bombarded and everything. So it's not like the old days when you could just grab a guitar and be genuine and invent something because it was the start of the whole thing, you know, and people could actually create and put something. Now it has been overdone. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but in a realistic way. It's difficult to be genuine and do something, you know, create a new road or.
Yeah, it's really hard to be unique. I mean, pretty much everything has been done, so to say. So it's kind of super hard to do a new style. I mean, everything is kind of done in some sort of way, but you can always mix and match and of course find your own thing, but it won't be as kind of like groundbreaking as when Black Sabbath came. I mean, it was something, what is this? That won't never happen again. It's more like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember who said it, but I heard it recently that all the 3-note or 4-note guitar riffs have been played. There's no space to create something like that.
Every combination of notes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
I agree with all of that, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes music critics, they criticize a band like Wolf because we're not innovative. We're not reinventing the wheel. But for me as a musician, I am a music lover. I know music pretty well. I have kind of a deeper understanding than most people about music, and I don't hear anything new. It's very rarely you get something that's genuinely new and exciting. It's like combinations of different stuff that's already exists. So I mean, as long as it's good, it's good for me. I mean,
of course,
that's what I was going to say.
At the very beginning of Wolf, I actually tried to be completely unique and do something completely new. That was my goal, that no one had ever done before. And it all sounded like crap. It sounded like 90s fucking grunge or something. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna play riffs that I like. And then that's when we found, you know, the Wolf style. And all of a sudden, when we stopped trying to be unique, all of a sudden we were very unique. But of course, it had been done before by bands like Maiden and Priest and stuff. But you know, at the time, it was considered very different.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Wolf's music and your voice, to be more exact, I think it's really recognizable when you hear a Wolf riff, and you also have a unique sound, if I may add.
Yeah.
At least for me, I mean, I know I'm a fan, but I will instantly recognize a new Wolf song.
Yeah, that's good. I'm really grateful for that we have that thing, because there's a lot of really good band, and there's amazing musicians, but it's not every band you can just hear 1 second or 2 seconds and you instantly hear it's that guitarist or that band, or you know, that's vocalist. So I'm really thankful we have that. And it's not that we tried to, it's nothing you can try to do. I think it's something you just have.
For me, the essence is, you know, there's a lot of people out there who try to, as you said, reinvent the wheel. And I think that's not the essence, you know, because people are trying to create something new, something complex or something, and they put too much science in it, when in the end, all you have to do is just put some love to it. Keep it simple. Just put love, put some emotion to it, and I think that's the recipe for success. Huh?
Yeah. Maybe the music.
I agree, actually, and you know, my own musical journey as a songwriter has been like that. In the beginning, when you're young, you want to try your hardest, and it becomes very complex, and you try to get every idea into every song, and then you develop a more, you know, depth in you just let it happen, let the songs just happen, and just be yourself more and more, and that, I think, and then you become more unique, I think.
Of course, I agree.
Okay. Should I, if you allow me to give me my take on the whole heavy metal thing and how it's aging and what's the size of it and all that, I think there are two things. First, the industry being changed completely, so now you cannot produce gigastars because there's not the infrastructure for it, especially outside pop music. It's not there. That's one thing. So that means to me that bands and artists in general should just learn to adapt and become more modest and forget that they're going to be gigastars and, you know, have all the fame, which means that in the end, maybe we're just going to be left out with the people who actually love playing music and writing music.
Yeah.
Which is my hope. In the underground, I love the underground. I always like looking for stuff. And the other part about heavy metal being, you know, overdone and overplayed and everything's been done before, I think that a good song is a good song is a good song. And nobody complains when they hear, you know, a great blues song or a jazz song. They don't say, wow, that was 40s, that was the 40s, this is, you know, 25. And metal is also a classic genre by now. And if you can actually write good songs that actually stand out from the crowd, and I do believe that Wolf stands out from the crowd. I mean, you do have a unique sound and your own, you know, flavor of songwriting and your vocals and your playing and everything. So I think I'm looking for the wolves out there from heavy metal. And I like listening to artists saying that, you know, music is everything to me. like you said, you're grateful to listen, hearing that, you know, you're recognizable. It's great for me as a listener to hear, you know, an artist saying, you know, music. That's it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I really like your take on that, and that's my feeling, because I'm a music fan myself, and I mean, the days when we worshipped stars, those days are gone, and I think it's for the better, you know. It's like, it was really cool when you were 15. If I had met like Steve Harris when I was 15 or 14, I would probably have fainted or something.
Yeah.
But they're also people, and you know, the thing, bands want to be successful just to be famous or just to be stars and just to be worshipped. That's all bullshit, and I don't think there's a big market for it anymore.
No,
it's not that world anymore, and I really don't. I mean, for me, that's great because I think that's kind of bullshit anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we all agree. Lovely.
Yes.
Check on that.
Right. Niklas, if you don't mind, I'd like to go back to what you said in your previous interview about your lyrics.
Yeah.
You were saying about the new stuff that you have trouble finding words to put in, you know, what drives you to write the lyrics. That you're not sure exactly, you know, what you're saying. You have a core idea, but have trouble expressing it in words.
Yeah.
Does that remind you? Yeah.
Yeah, I can expand a little bit on that, because I was my wife's car broke down last week, and I was just rehearsing here in my studio, and I had to abort mission and go to help my wife.
Right. Okay. So please expand.
Yeah. So I said was driving my car, and I can sing in the car. So I put on some Wolves songs that we're gonna do live, and then the latest album, and then the next song. I started to listen to it, and I haven't heard it I think I listened to the album now twice since we released it. And it was like the songs were really speaking to me, like the song "I Seek the Silence." Well, I don't remember the title now, but
Seek the Silence. Seek the Silence.
Yeah, Seek the Silence. It was like
song.
Because I remember I had a bit of trouble writing the lyrics for that one. I had hard to find the words, but now when I listen to it, it's like, wow, it's like, again, it's my former self, subconscious, speaking to me now, and I have a different, now like 2 years later, I have a different perspective when I listen to the song, and I think you can only experience that when you write lyrics without thinking too much. Just let it happen. And my method nowadays is more like try to open myself for the universe to see what comes out. So it's, I like you here, it's almost impossible to explain, but it's a kind of a spiritual experience almost to write songs for me now.
Okay, I think I get it, because you talked about also writing riffs and being completely visceral, and how you feel it just transcribes into music, and you understand that you like that, and that's your expression. And lyrics is a bit different because it's intellectual and you have to put words to a feeling. And I was looking at the lyrics. Seek the Silence is one, but another one is Exit Sign, and another one is Into the Black Hole.
Yeah.
They're pretty dark lyrics. I mean, the meaning is kind of, very dark.
Yeah, one song is about, say the songs again.
Exit Sign.
Exit
This is
Sign.
me looking for an exit sign to find my way out.
Actually, that song is a true story. It was my uncle. He killed himself by jumping off the balcony.
Okay.
He's the same.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, I wasn't close with him, but it was really a bit shock. It was a shock for me to hear that, and I knew that he has been like mentally ill and been struggling since he was like in his 30s, and now was like 75, I think. And he done some attempts, and finally he just he did one attempt, I think, with pills or something, but they revived him, and he promised, I will never try to kill myself again. just a couple of days later, he just jumped from the balcony. It was only the second floor, so he could. I mean,
Yeah.
hope it was good that he died and not became became a
Handicapped.
vegetable. But all
Right.
my songwriting on that one was like me trying to process
Right.
this
Okay.
really strange and terrible thing. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay,
that's why it's a bit dark.
Okay, but what's your excuse on Into the Black Hole? Because
Into the black.
that's like you sitting in the dark and being really frustrated and finally get me out of here and I want to dive into the black hole and seek the silence and whatever.
Yeah, but Into the Black Hole is like I often feel like I'm detached from the world, and I often felt when I was growing up that I was a bit different. I was like I wasn't left, I wasn't right. I was kind of in between. I was left on my own. So it's a feeling of I don't feel when I'm when I'm on stage playing my songs or band songs, I feel completely at home in the world. And when I'm at a concert, when I was watching Saxon in my hometown, I feel like I really feel like I belong here with all these people. But usually I don't feel that at all. It's very rarely that I feel that. And that the song Into the Black Hole, it's about that feeling, and it's also about the thing that we have limited time here. The Earth has a limited time because the universe is expanding, and one day the sun's gonna just explode and swallow us. So
yeah, but natural disaster is probably far away.
It's dark, but at the same time, I mean, it's the same. The lyrics to Dust is the same theme. It's a bit dark, but when you look at it, that means that we just have a limited time, and you just have to do the best of the time that you get there, because it's a very, very small amount of time. So enjoy, music, enjoy your friends and family, and the people you love them with all your heart, because we're here for a short time.
That's Shoot to Kill, actually, the song, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. That's definitely about that.
See, I'm a good fan.
I was a bit, afraid that Shoot to Kill, he's inciting violence. Because always people are misinterpreting.
But that would have been good for you. You'd get some publicity. You'd get viral. That would be great.
But I'm surprised that there's been no misinterpretation, and people. I don't think that people see Wolf as a violent, hateful band.
Oh, come on.
Well, yeah, you're not. You're too nice people to be that.
Thank you.
Who knows?
We try. That's a thing that I like about metal. It's like when you meet metalheads. My mother was at a show in Sweden, and she wanted to go to see us before she became too old, which she is now. And she was like 70 or something, and we were playing. It was the last show of Richard and Andy.
Okay.
And she was really, and I mean, it was a metal festival, so people had like piercings and studs and long hair and tattoos.
Yeah.
But she could really feel positive energy and warmth. And when we entered the stage, people were approaching the stage. Was like a couple of thousand people just and she was really taken by it. She called me later, and she was like an experience for her. And I think that's good with metal, because the music is so aggressive that you get the darkness out of you. If you are a fan, you're standing there in the concert, or if you are playing it, so it leaves you like a happy person. At least that's for me.
You remind me
as well. Very cathartic. Very cathartic.
You remind me when I was in high school, and my dad, he was quite judgmental of my looks and my taste in music and my friends who looked like that. And he used to work in a bank, and he was serious and everything with his tie. And I was going there with an Ancient Rites T-shirt with the inverted cross and the pentagram and the goat and everything, all satanic, and so he was very judgmental. And as the years passed by, being a grown-up, I remember my mom a few years ago telling me, you know what, I'm so proud of your friends, that you have. And she was talking about all those metalheads that we grew up together, that my dad in the past was thinking, who are these people? They look like punks, they look like, the worst of the kind and everything. And as they got to meet them, they met some really kind-hearted people. And I think this counts for metalheads in general, if we generalize, of course. I think it's a genre that this music is so aggressive. I grew up especially with thrash and death metal, like D-Side, Cannibal Corpse and all this stuff. And it's a means of channeling your negative energy in there and getting rid of it. And at the same time, the musicians, they put their soul in it. Like, for example, Chuck Schuldiner, talking about philosophy in life and everything. And that was a true talent. When you read the lyrics, you're like, if you understand everything. And metalheads used to put soul in their music always. And it turns out that from what I see in my life, that's my experience, that from all the musical genres, you see the metalheads being the most kind-hearted, sensitive people around. And a nice example, very recently, I got to interview David Vincent from Morbid Angel, Now I Am Morbid. I used to see this guy back in the day with God of Emptiness video clip, and I thought, Jesus Christ, man, this guy is pure evil. And I met him, he's a kind guy, and fantastic interview. And then I see him on Instagram posting a picture donating blood and says, you can save a life. It's like all positive things and everything. It's like, is that the evil guy? Come on, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was different in 1989. Though.
Of course, and it was also the image. It was also the image, that was selling, how can I be more extreme and everything. And all these guys, they were kids at the time, But really...
Yeah, but, you can talk about the Norwegians, who were also kids at the time. And they went around killing people.
Let's go crazy. Let's burn a church.
There are exceptions to the rule,
Yeah, there's kind of the other side of the coin. When you get really so much into the darkness yourself, it's not like you're getting the darkness out. You invest your soul in the darkness. That's a completely different thing, I think.
Yeah, like Sweden, even in Sweden.
It's also kind of a kind of an image anyway. Even those guys, it's kind of an image, even though they take it a little bit far, maybe, or used to do. But if you meet those guys that are still alive today, they are kind of like as any one of us.
More relaxed.
They're normal now.
Yeah,
they're normal now.
Even in Sweden, if you see,
killing people is not really good. So now they've grown up. Let's not keep it.
Even if you in Sweden, if you see John Notvit from Dissection, he took it a step further and he took things seriously. So he had to take his life at the best, on the apogee of his career and success and everything. He says, "I'm a Satanist, so I have to take my life when it's at the peak." I think these people. That's my judgment. They got affected from ideologies and stuff like that I personally consider sick, but that's my judgment.
But they probably were. Some of them weren't kind of like super sane. There's a lot of unhealthy things happening, and it's not because they play metal. It's probably they were like that before, and kind of like. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Notvit was very much into his, ritualistic black satanic things, and so I guess that was very important for him, and I think it just goes to show you that some stuff are not very healthy.
No,
but I think that's a more complex picture. The old Wolf guys, they were friends with the Gothenburg gang, so they met him a lot of times, and he was very intelligent and kind and soft-spoken guy when they were like among friends. But then they had this kind of cult leader, and when John and the guys around were with this cult leader guy, and they were, then they didn't say hello to anyone. It was like they just
were evil.
Just looked past you and was. For me, I don't really understand it, but I think if you kill yourself, it's probably not because you're strong. It's because you're a troubled soul. And I didn't know him personally. I never met him, but I know so many people that did, and have mutual friends. I know that the story of him and the whole bunch around those guys is way more complex than people think. So when people like, he was so strong and killed himself, and people look up to that, they don't know a fucking shit about that. I can tell you. So.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, generally, like when we were starting out talking about this subject, is that metal people and hard rock persons are normally very kind of like soft, and it just look at like I mean, if you compare like a festival, like a big festival like Sweden Rock, where there are only rock and heavy metal and metal, there's never anything happening. There's kind of like nothing, no fights, nothing, and it's like 40,000 people. And then you go to like a mixed festival, like I don't know, I don't have a name, but where you kind of like combine different styles of music, and it's always a lot of problems and rapes and people fucking beating each other up and stuff like that. It would never happen on like a heavy metal or metal festival.
So are there any enemy, genres even today, like the punks and the metalheads in the early 80s, where they beat each other up?
I don't think so. It's just, people are more angry and divided into groups in society. But I remember in Sweden, when Simon and I grew up, it was like hard rockers and synths. We call them synths. Better.
The Depeche Mode and Iron Maiden, it was
it was like, but it was, I think also, it wasn't a real fight or hate. It was like something invented by the media to make youth culture more exciting, I guess, and sell more magazines.
Well, I remember the time where pop music and heavy metal were enemies. I was a kid, but I remember feeling the struggle was real. Like people like pop music and they say Maiden and Metallica are worthless noise. I have letters from my schoolmates when I moved to Crete. I kept writing with some friends from Athens, where I grew up. And they knew me that I listened to metal from then, when I was, 9 and 10 years old. So they were grown up now, and they also listened to music. And of course, they listened to every pop music, like was techno and whatever it was at the time. And they were telling me, that Metallica and Maiden are crap. And I really felt, the animosity.
I kind of miss those days when you were like an outsider for listening to Iron Maiden. It was like, it's just noise, it's just screaming. And, I had a friend who listened to pop music. It's like, when you have the vinyl, everywhere I put the needle, it's just another guitar solo. And I said, what's wrong with that? That's
a good thing.
And all the songs are the same. It's like, it's like,
different perceptions, eh? That reminds me, I was like in the last high school grade, third of Lyceum, the Greeks will understand. Well, last high school grade. And it was the first day, and I saw a raver in the classroom with his typical, hat and everything, full of Prodigy and all the music and stuff. I was like, oh, we're really not gonna go along with this guy. And we became best friends. So now he's listening to metal, I'm listening to Prodigy and everything. So
wow, that's a movie. How two different people came and found each other.
You were both music lovers. You both understand. So I think you had a lot in common. One of my oldest friends that I get along with the best nowadays, he listened a lot to synth pop music, but he's really into music. He listens
that's the thing.
He listens to a lot of metal as well, but he's not a metalhead. He is really into Depeche Mode, and but he's so passionate about his music, and so we connect really well, but we listen to different things.
Yeah. The main thing is loving music. I mean, if you understand how you can become obsessed with some songs and albums, bands. I mean, they get. I mean, from every genre, they can relate.
And we all mature. I mean, when I was growing up, when I went to university, I started listening to other genres besides metal and opening up my horizons, you know. And
you're sold out.
Yeah, I'm sold out, of course, and I say it with pride, Mr. Vic.
Yeah, well, don't.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't see my playlist then. It's I can listen to it's like soft jazz, and the next song is Slayer, and it's everything. I listen to.
Do you have Depeche Mode though?
No, I don't really have a lot of Depeche Mode.
You're fine. Yeah. That's a red line. I mean, that's a line you have to cross.
Everything I listen to is something that you can't hear on the radio. I can say, but it's very, very diverse.
Nicholas, these two guys over here, they're the biggest sellouts. They listen to Ghost. I mean, imagine that.
Only a few songs.
Me?
I thought you liked them, Michael.
Yeah.
I know I don't.
Okay.
He's done a video hating them, so you got the wrong guy.
I like those.
Thank God the video is in Greek, so yeah, don't worry about it.
But I listened to the first demo and the first album. Yeah, I'm so true. I like the old Ghost.
Yeah, I saw them live at the first one as well.
Yeah.
But the first one is actually, I think, their worst.
Okay, I think the first one and the second one is probably the best, and then I lost interest a bit.
Well, second and third for me. I mean, Meliora, I think, is their best one. And then it's in Festi Susam, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Do they deserve all this hype around them? That's my,
well,
you know.
They do.
Yeah, I mean...
musically, really?
Yeah, they write good songs. Yeah, they've got books, they've got great production, they've got... You know, they've got something.
No. They've got an image.
No, they don't. Okay,
I like them. I think it's good.
They have an image.
Well, the only thing I hated from the first one was that they were selling them as, you know, the continuation of Merciful Fate. And I hated that because they're so much wimpier than Merciful Fate.
Yeah, you can't compare, but you can't... there's a lot of... I mean, my wife and my son, one of my sons listen to Ghost, so I hear Ghost, you know, at the house. And we were listening, like, last week, and I could really hear, wow, I can really hear the King Diamond influence, you know. So it's kind of obvious that they're inspired by Merciful Fate, but I don't think when I first heard Ghost, I didn't wow, this is Merciful Fate. No, but
it's more
you can hear they are inspired.
One of the main issues that I have with Ghost is that you know, whenever I try to listen to some of their songs, there's always a melody that reminds me of something else, and I'm like, okay, I've heard this one before.
Yeah.
So that really puts me off. Yeah.
They steal, but they steal intelligent.
They still intelligent, but they do steal. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one chorus. The melody is da 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 da, and that's actually from a cartoon. From Asterix cartoon, that probably he watched, you know, the VOS tapes, because I heard it because I had small kids when it came up. So that's hilarious.
Right. Well,
anyway,
Simon was saying something about being more 70s, I think. Lures the Cult, you were going to say?
Yeah, I mean, Ghost is more 70 like than Merciful Fate. It's more like Lures the Cult or something, at least in the beginning. So, I mean, it's not like Merciful Fate, but they have the influence.
They stole Gypsy's riff, basically.
Yeah, but it's a very...
More than once.
That's a good
taste in music, because that's my I think that's my favorite Merciful Fate song.
Same here, Gypsy, by far. I've concluded that years ago, that Gypsy is the one.
Yeah, it's
a very tough choice.
So here's a funny question for you, as you talked about riffs and everything, reminding stuff. What do you think about riffs and music that was written in old Japanese cartoons, like Silverhawks, like Thundercats, like, you know, these kind of, you know, cartoons,
That's
and
dope.
they had some
That's a-
quite metal, soundtracks. Are you
It's a very
familiar with
I
them?
have never seen that, so I have no idea.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh,
haven't
really?
Looked at any of those cartoons, but maybe I should.
You didn't have an awesome childhood. I'm sorry.
Japanese lover over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know Thundercats?
No.
You don't know
Really?
Thundercats?
Wow.
Look at that.
Why do
That's
you live?
I don't think it was. Maybe it wasn't big in Sweden, or maybe it's because I never watched TV.
Oh well.
Maybe I should check what Thundercats was called in Sweden. Maybe you had a different name, because I find it really strange that you don't know Thundercats.
We don't know anything about Swedish television, so maybe they had a
Well,
different
of course.
program. So, right.
I'm trying to see what it is if I haven't.
Thundercats. I never expected that we would be discussing Thundercats with Wolf, but it's
Yeah.
very fitting. It's very fitting because their logo, if you will see, Simon, when I wear
Yeah.
the Wolf jacket, everyone's asking me if that's a Thundercats jacket.
Okay,
Wow.
I say, it's not
Okay,
a cat,
it's
it's
a-
a wolf.
Oh, I cannot pronounce this, but it says like something like Tägtgren.
Ah.
Well, I recognize it, but I have never seen this. This was something that.
But did you see the logo that looks like the one?
Yeah, the head, the skull.
Yeah.
I know that one, but I didn't know. I think I was too old or something.
mean-
like this.
More than 5 people have told me, is that a Thundercats jacket? Cool.
You should just
No.
say.
That's
that
the
it is.
logo. That's the logo.
Oh, that's the logo, okay.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
thing
one.
is, where's
Yeah,
the wolf?
killer.
yeah, exactly.
You need to find the wolf.
It had the coolest theme music.
Yeah, it's got a
Dimitris is right.
solo.
Really
and
cool
all that
music.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think we should do like a Thundercats cover then.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm all for that.
People do
You're
that.
gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I'm 100% sure that many exist. I'm sure.
Oh,
It
back
was,
to
it was
cartoons for
pandemic.
us then, Niklas.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah,
And-
please do.
And
Well, if you
Silverhawks.
Okay, but we'll forget that child stuff. I'm gonna give you some real shit now. You need to watch Korgoth of Barbaria. It's
Okay.
a single episode,
Gor-
one pilot episode that never. Korgoth of
I
Barbaria.
thought Gorgoroth.
No, not Gorgoroth. No.
I'm
Gorgoroth of
writing everything
Barbarian.
down.
I'll send you the episode. It's
All right.
monumental. It's monumental. It's from the
Okay.
guy who did SpongeBob. If you're aware of SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
SquarePants.
yeah.
Okay, he did an adult cartoon with a kind of Conan theme, but it's very
Okay.
adult,
Okay.
and it's awesome. Also has a metal intro.
I have to check it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so moving on.
Yep.
Can I ask a question? How do you pace, especially? Well, now you're gonna play like an hour, but how do you pace, Niklas, a 1.5 hour show? I mean, your vocal lines are not that easy to sing, and you have that raspiness in your voice. How is it for you to sing those songs?
It can be really tough because usually when you're on tour, your immune system goes down, and when you catch a cold, it could, first days is like it's up in the head, so kind of the resonance of the voice kind of goes down, and the high notes can be really difficult, and then when you get it on the vocal cords, it's like you lose even more. But it's you got to do. I mean, I've never done a perfect show that I'm completely happy with, but sometimes it's like, wow, the voice really worked tonight. Woo! Sometimes it's just like an uphill battle. Depends on a lot of stuff, a lot of small factors, and I guess I just try to do the best I can every show. But yeah, I have to prepare. I have to warm up my voice.
You do. That's nice. All right.
Yeah, and I try to, use a good technique. So when you hear that raspiness, if I do it right, it doesn't hurt my voice at all, and I can speak like this afterwards. But if I do it wrong and if I'm really exhausted, then I get hoarse. So it's like every time, you know, when you have such a uphill battle, it's like, why did I write this shit? You know?
Yeah. I get that.
I wish I
get
could
that all
turn
the time.
everything down, because my you know, my lower register it's almost never effective. But I don't sing my lower register. It's like a couple of notes. Most of the stuff is up there. So, and that's kind of the wolf sound. So it's
the same for me as well. I mean, my high register, I think it sounds better than my lower register. But sometimes when I sing live, I'm like, why did I write this melody? You know? It's like this. Do you get intimidated by high notes?
Yeah, but I found that when I don't think about them, and when I just relax and don't think about them as high notes, then they can suddenly just what? And I was like, that was really easy. How did I do that? Yeah, probably because I wasn't thinking. You know, I wasn't destroying my technique by involving the brain. That's a very thing that a vocal coach taught me once. He was like, if you really mean the words and everything, what you have inside will come out if you just let it, if you don't think about it. So the voice can do it. And then he was demonstrating how he was like, he was imitating like a baby. When a baby cries or when a dog barks, it can be a huge amount of volume and ear-piercing volume, but they don't get hoarse because they do it so naturally. But we as people, we have kind of learned to speak in a certain way, and you know, so we have the natural voice has kind of become a bit destroyed. And I try to get back to that thing, that the primal thing, you know, just let it come out of you. But then again, some nights are better than other.
Yeah.
Do you warm up, or do you have any special ritual when you
before the show? Yeah, I warm up for like 40 minutes or something.
Okay.
I usually do the
me too.
That thing. Yeah. And then I start trying the really high notes, and if they work, then I know that I will have a good performance.
Then you can relax.
Yeah, then I relax. Yeah, Simon, it's like this. Yeah.
For me, it's like I can warm up and it feels kind of good. Then when I walk on stage, I never know what to expect. The voice is like the voice have its own life, and sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's really hard. But I do my best anyway. That's the only thing you can do.
Do you get nerves still when you get on stage?
Always.
No. Sometimes I do.
It's the same for me, yeah.
If
all the time.
I get kind of like I don't get nervous, but I do feel that I'm going to play a show, so I get some kind of more excitement, kind of.
Creative stress.
Yeah, I remember one show where I didn't feel anything. I wasn't nervous at all, and I just walked up on stage, and I didn't. It was like. It wasn't a good experience. So nowadays, I'm not nervous really, because we've done it so many times, but I have some nerves, and I have to have some nerves. It's otherwise it won't be a special show.
It keeps you on the edge. It kind of like keep you sharp. So I mean, I do feel that now I'm about to play a show. But I get more like not nervous, just excited.
Excited, yeah. I think that's the word.
I think
I know people who have really, struggle before they go on stage because they are, they want to kill themselves. And some people in bands, singers and musicians, they quit because they just can't take it.
No.
No.
It's never been like that for me. But you will have some nerves.
I think even if you're James Hetfield or whoever, no matter how huge you are, even if you are Ozzy Osbourne or whatever, I'm convinced that no matter if you've done 1 million gigs, every time before you get on stage, you must have a little bit of butterflies in your stomach. Always, I think, regardless of who you are. Whether you have 10 people who are going to watch you or 10 million, it doesn't make a difference. You kind of get used to it. You kind of get used to it. But before you go on stage, I think it's impossible that you don't have butterflies in your stomach. And I'm no Ozzy or no James Hetfield, but I've been talking in front of audiences my whole life, and every time you will never get used to it. Every time you have that little bit of a feeling that that we call it in Greek "έχω λίγο τρακ." I have a little bit of stress, and I think it will never go away. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but you know what you said. You talk in front of people. That's the hardest part for me. When I'm on stage. I get nervous singing, but it's not bad. I like it. When I have to talk to the audience, that's when I get really nervous.
You know what? I think before you go on stage, you get those butterflies in your stomach. But once you get on the stage, it just starts flowing.
Yeah. I want to hear, Nick, about stage banter. The frontman talking to the audience between songs.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one because not everyone is as good as
Yeah, it can become it can become cheesy or whatever. So
sometimes I get so excited so I can't speak. I can't speak proper English and no one understands me. It's just silly things coming out of my mouth, and especially when you're an English-speaking country like the UK, and people like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Been a couple of those.
But it's probably entertaining. So
yeah, I mean that's fun
for us non-native speakers.
It can be more stressful to go on stage if there's just a few people in the audience. If it's like a small show with like 100 people, it's kind of like more stressful than playing like a huge like a arena for 8,000 or like a festival with 20. That doesn't bother me at all. But if there's not if it's a small show and there are not that many,
how so? Is it because everyone's paying attention? You can see their faces.
I don't know. I have no answer to why.
But I really agree. And the smaller the audience, the worse it is. It's like standing in a room singing to 5 people is horrible. And I never liked singing growing up, and I still don't like singing like on birthdays and stuff. I just hide in a corner. I hate it. It's terrible. And since I don't like it. It's like oh fuck no.
Sorry guys, I gotta be back in a second.
That's fine, Dimitris.
Go ahead.
I remember the first show we had with a crowd. It was Wacken open air, and I was really nervous before. And then I just, took a peek, behind the curtain and saw the audience. It was like, wow, it's like a crowd full
of people.
It was like, wow. And then all my nerves I was completely calm. And then I walked on stage and it was really easy. So it's like Simon says, the bigger the audience, the easier it gets. But I never heard anyone, and I think most people feel like that, but I never heard a good explanation why that is.
I have one explanation. If you play a song and there's like 100 people watching, and they don't enjoy it that much, then that their reaction is gonna reach your ears, right? So, I mean, that's not cool.
Yeah,
it might be that because it's kind of like the pathway it's so much closer than if it's like people because then there are always people liking it. If there's only like a few people there's a big risk that I don't know. I have no idea, but that's the way it is for me. So
I think it's for most artists actually.
Of course. Cool.
No, it's first time I hear this, and it's very interesting. I never thought about it.
Yeah. But still, it's not like I never get really nervous. But if I do, it's often on those shows that then I can be like a little bit stressed. And
I'm usually nervous before the show, and I'm nervous about there not coming too many people. That's a terrible feeling. And then when you see, and you know, sometimes 5 minutes before the show is no one there, and then oh fuck, this is terrible. And then when you walk on stage, all of a sudden, where did all these people come from? And then you feel like relaxed. But that's the thing I'm nervous about every time.
Yeah,
of course.
People smoking outside, basically. That's what happens in Greece.
Yeah.
You know, between bands. So when the next one plays, they rush in.
It could be. I've experienced that in Greece. That is kind of like almost empty, but as you say, they are probably out smoking.
And then they get in. Yeah. That's what happens. It happens in festivals, so be prepared.
Yeah.
But if you have a small crowd, like 50 people, and there are two guys standing like this, and just with empty eyes, just looking really bored. That's terrible. You have to not pay attention to those guys. And I remember,
of course,
that's a thing it can get you a bit off. Not that you get really nervous, but it can ruin the vibe a bit. And I remember
it's a vibe killer.
Yeah, we were playing, supporting Saxon on our first tour, like 2000, and I was way back, and they had people coming to every show, so there was two guys standing front row, like really bored, and we were like the young new band were happening, and they just looked at us with empty eyes, like we weren't worth the dog shit under their soul, And then it turned out it was two Swedish guys following Saxon around, and I met them like recently, and I saw you with Saxon, you're here, and I was motherfuckers.
Next time, show some love if you like the show.
I don't know. Maybe they were just waiting for Saxon, but when I met them now, they've
changed their mind now.
Yeah, I guess they enjoyed it, but they didn't. It didn't look like it at the time,
Right. What's also a buzz killer nowadays is everyone standing with their phone like this.
Oh my goodness, I hate that.
That is more like I get so fucking, maybe not angry, but it's kind of like frustrating. Fucking watch your shows. Put down your phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing we were talking about with Vasilis was, we saw King Diamond 1 month ago, and it was one of the best gigs ever. Yeah. And me, Vasilis, and another friend, we were headbanging and singing all the lyrics.
They know him, Manolis. You remember Manolis from
Manolis. I think you remember Manolis. Yeah.
Yep.
And the rest of the guys, like as far as we could see, at least, were just enjoying the show for sure, but they were not headbanging. They were just like this.
They were not. Well, they didn't.
It's kind of crazy what heavy metal audiences have become lately. I don't know.
Yeah. But I talked to Mike about that show, and they really love the audience, the band.
No. I mean, yeah, of course, but I'm talking about it was amazing. Amazing.
No. The audience had a great reception for it. It was a great audience.
100%.
Then I
the difference is
the difference is said it was crazy.
It wasn't like that. I mean, they were really into the gig. It was
100%. But
the problem was, well, from my perspective, not Mike's, my perspective, because I was the one that kept headbanging and singing the whole time. Every syllable and every second of the music, and the King Diamond is, he's my jam. He's my thing. So we were
King Diamond and Wolf.
We noticed that not everyone around us, knows everything. That was our complaint.
No. But not just that. I mean, no one is headbanging nowadays, if you ask me.
Yeah, well,
not even Slayer.
Many years. That's been since almost after the 90s. I'm old school. I headbang an air guitar. That's my thing. That's what I do at concerts.
Me too. I mean,
And I've never changed that. I'm 48 now, and I've never stopped. That's exactly how I get into
Shit,
the
you're
music and
old.
dance to the music. I headbang and
I don't get it
guitar.
anyway.
But you know, most people don't do that.
Yeah, of
think
course
that
you don't
most people-
headbang, Vic. I mean, you're old. Come on.
Of course I do headbang. You can ask anyone.
Anyway.
But the thing is, I'm pretty sure that not everyone grew up, you know, headbanging in the room. That's a sad reality.
I
don't know.
also don't
What
head.
did you do when you were kids? How did you dance to the music?
Have you ever lost your glasses when you're headbang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Because
definitely.
nowadays I need glasses to see a show if I'm really going to see what's going on stage. Now kind of a little bit afraid. Oh, these are really expensive. Like, it's like old man's problems.
Until 1998, I always took off my glasses to headbang and put them on between the songs so I could see what's happening on stage. And then I discovered contact lenses, which was a lifesaver.
Oh yeah.
But now I can't read close things with. I need to take my glasses off. So that's gone now.
I'm
So I can-
also becoming old, and I don't headbang in at shows like I used to. But I have to
You're a
say.
wimp.
I have to say, last year, Sakis Tolis from Rotten Christ, he was playing in Brethymnon, the city next door, and I just headbanged the shit out of it, just, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, next day, my neck was fucked up, and I was like,
So
"Aw."
fucking what? I mean, you know how
but
that
I enjoyed
goes.
it. Yeah.
Amateurs.
Guys, can I ask a couple of
Regularly-
can I ask a couple of questions from the audience?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an audience as well.
Yeah,
Completely
we haven't
forgot
read
about that.
any of the comments. I mean, I'm always answering to the guys with a lot of lol emojis and everything because they're writing some really hilarious comments. They're in Greek. I'll translate them. Vitamin Death, our friend, our brother, is asking the question. He says, Tobias Forge is one part manager and one part musician. He has a great grasp on what kind of music sells and what kind of imagery metal needs, so he needs a good package to the people. He gives a good package to the people, he said. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like he does everything right he's very smart and does everything right. And I also think, of course, he cares about the music. He's a good songwriter.
Uh-huh.
And also, I mean, King Diamond is it's an image band. And Ghost is an image band. Kiss is an image band. So there's nothing wrong with being an image band. It's just, you have your niche, you have your signum,
Yeah.
King Diamond is an
he's
image
really
band.
good at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love what I mean. He has a really good eye and ear to what kind of like looks good and what sounds good. And I mean, just look at the show and their stage setup, and it's super cool. And also the sound, their live sound is so fucking amazingly good. So it's kind of like it sounds so good.
I saw them live once. I think it was like after the third album or something, but it sounded amazing. It was really good sound. So, yeah.
And that's a talent.
And it was a cool visual. It wasn't a huge show, but it was visually it was very cool as well.
Yeah.
Right. I think his biggest talent is being an all-around thinker about the whole thing. He thinks about every single detail and every part of the process. I mean, he thinks about the promotion, he thinks about the image and the story behind, the Popeye Meredith or whatever. He thinks about who's going to do the sound, and he picks up, the best people to do the sound with the best money. The album
Because
cover
he
and
can.
the audience that goes. He does all those things because he thinks about them, and he has a vision that's very specific and very well thought out. I mean, I've seen an interview where he said that he thinks 3 records ahead, the story and how they're going to build. And they started, I mean, I saw the first tour. That's the only time I've seen Ghost on the first album. And it was just, the ghouls with the masks, and then, him wearing and that was the theatrics of it. He didn't have any stage.
No. They weren't that big then, so.
But he already had in mind, what he was going to do with that. So, and he does have a very good ear for hooks and stealing, clever stuff and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, but it's cool. He's good. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And now he sings better as well. I mean, he wasn't a great singer at the very 4 first albums on tour. What I've heard videos of him, he doesn't sound very good live. He wasn't a great singer, but I think he worked very much, in fixing that. And on the albums, he had Wallace doing the vocals. He's like a god mixer from the States. He did, Reading Blood and Soundgarden and whoever. And the vocals are perfect on the album. They're like candy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's about it.
It's cool.
Yeah, and Sick and Metal agrees with Vitamin Death, and he says he's a persona, whether we want it or not, and what he's doing it good for his audience and everything. I used to watch at my grandmother make some fruit pie, and she used to listen to Mary on a Cross. Whatever. Okay, and
Which goes to show you what kind of music they play.
Anyway, and George Theodoris, he says he wants me to ask you about the great Bathory. What is your opinion, since you are from Sweden, and Quorthon was also from Sweden, so what is your opinion on Quorthon and Bathory?
Yeah, I wasn't like a huge fan until more recent years. Was already in Wolf when I really start to listen to Bathory, and some of the stuff is just purely amazing. It's like that primal, the riffs are so powerful. It's kind of weak sounding. It sounds like a shit production, but sounds so right. It's I know that his albums sound very diverse, but some of the albums that had this, I can see the Nordic landscape, and I can see the Vikings and everything. When I hear the riffs, it's like some of his riffs is like, when I close my eyes and listen to the riff, it's like I see a movie before my eyes, and that's something that I aspire to as well. That's how I want to write, and he was just completely unique, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think he wasn't like Forge. He didn't think.
Yeah.
He just, it was like primal, just came out of it, the depths of
Just
his soul.
didn't think, he just did. Yeah.
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 It was a
That's
super.
what I imagine.
met him sometimes.
You met him?
knew him, but
Yeah, I met him a couple of times. He was a really super cool guy, super nice and calm. And he actually visited us in the studio when we did the Verdict of Posterity album with Memory Garden. He was there a couple of times.
Wow.
So Rex Gislen, who recorded that one, he used to work with Bathory as well, and Candlemass and Memento Mori. So.
Was he tall, as far as I've heard? He must have been a tall guy.
Yeah, he was tall and pretty thin. I don't remember how tall he was. That was some years ago, so I have a bad memory. Yeah, but he was. He's taller than me. He was taller than me, but I'm short, so that doesn't say much. But he was a nice guy. He was really super laid back, at least when I met him. But I didn't know him at all. So.
Okay. So do I take that you prefer the albums after Bloodfire Death rather than the extreme thrash or black metal beginnings? Which era do you prefer?
Bloodfire Death is my favorite, I think. That's my...
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best album ever.
Twilight of the Gods.
I haven't listened to them that much, so I can't even mention albums, but I think it's kind of cool. So I've never been really into that kind of style. So
all right.
I like it's different.
Okay.
Vitamin Death says, jokes aside, Wolf are an honest band. They do what they do with, that's a Greek word, meraki. Meraki means when you put
Raki, you remember?
No, not Raki. With meraki. Meraki is a different word, and it means
that's a different word.
It means doing something with putting your soul in it.
Yeah.
So they do what they do with meraki and passion, and should be recognized much more. says Vitamin
That's
Death.
what we all keep saying.
Right. Listen to Wolf.
That's
people.
nice to hear. And we do it with Meraki, and we do it with Rocky, and we say Yamas, and then we go.
I think the next thing should be that you guys come to Crete, you drink some raki, and while you drink the Cretan raki, you have to try to record your next album. It's gonna be something interesting.
They must have tried Raki. They have tried Raki, right?
No, you have tried Rocky.
Yeah. Many times.
Many times. Yeah.
We're just four Malakas doing what we
Yeah.
love.
The invitation is
My one
open. You gotta
Greek
come
word.
back.
Yeah. The Greek word that everyone knows first.
Well, you know, we have 3 festivals in Crete. Hopefully, you can play
Again.
one of the next
Yes.
years again.
That
I'll
would be
take
lovely.
Athens as well. I'll take Athens as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's always
Nice.
been all the shows I've done in Greece have been like amazingly good. It's like it's always fun, and it's always good to come. Like the audience is always fun, and the food is awesome. So I mean, I'm happy every time I go there. So
We're waiting for your next visit.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's in 4 days, you know. So
it's good. I'm lucky enough to go
I was
there.
talking about Crete.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to go to Greece in October as well, but then it's Thessaloniki, so
Cool.
All right.
you're playing with
You're playing with.
Soilwork or
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Yeah.
Tiamat. Okay.
Let me see if I can arrange to come over and bring a bottle of raki. I'll see.
Oh yeah.
No promises, but I'll try.
No.
Yeah.
That would be
Look.
awesome.
Heavy schedule there, but
Yeah, I know, but I'm happy. The two trips to Greece this year at least.
Nice. You guys know that in 20 days, Candlemas are playing a one-off show in Athens with Messiah Marcolin.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Simon, you didn't see that coming, right?
Oh well, no, not really, but still, I'm not super surprised either. But kind of, yeah. It's been, but I'm happy. I was at a party with Messiah a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about it, and he was happy. Yeah, he's
He's,
looking forward.
I think what I've heard is he's super excited about it.
Yeah, he was super. He was really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a super awesome. I actually thought that Johan was going as well, but then Messiah told me that it's only him.
No, it's only Messiah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be awesome. I mean, for me, Johan is cool. He's really good, but for me, Messiah is the Candlemas vocalist. That's just the way it is.
I agree.
and shout out to Sakis Fragos and Rock Hard for doing this amazing festival and move. You know, the whole thing. You know, it's just like phenomenal. They're gonna have this one-off show with Messiah Marcolin with Candlemas, which is like historical, and Candlemas are gonna bring a whole crew to video the whole thing because they're gonna do a documentary and everything, and they're gonna document the whole thing, like the end of a career with Messiah Marcolin, and they're gonna have Heaven's Gate reuniting just for this show, and they're gonna have a lot of other acts and stuff like that. And I'm promoting shamelessly over here Sakis' job because he really deserves it. And they're gonna release one-off vinyls just for the show with a lot of giveaways and stuff like that. It's, you know, guys, you know, I'm not being paid for it, but I gotta say I admire what Sakis and Rock Hard are doing. I should be.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they need Wolf next year then.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, bring
absolutely.
Wolf. Bring Wolf.
But I mean, seriously, it's super cool that they are doing this, and I actually talked to Messiah that I was thinking about coming over.
You should.
But I couldn't really find a good flight tickets, and now I think we're doing like a festival with the Soilwork at the same date.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'm just hoping that maybe it's gonna be sweet enough so they maybe reconsider, you know, Messiah
maybe.
rejoining.
I don't know.
And
you know there are people flying from all over the world for this show.
Yeah, because it's a one-off thing. It's a historical thing.
Last chance to see proper Candlemas. That's the thing.
And God damn it, I cannot watch it. Yeah, sorry, Simon.
Now, what I was saying, you never know if it is the last time. But I mean, as it looks now, it is.
Probably
the last
is.
Time, so.
Probably is.
It could be. It could
There
be
are
the next
stories, Simon. I'm sure you know the stories about, maybe Messiah is not the most easy guy to work with.
I mean, I guess they are all a bit hard to work with, especially when they work together, Leif and Messiah. I mean,
Did I ever tell the story when I was having? We were at the airport and I was sitting with Leif on my right side and Messiah on my left side, and we were having. I were having one discussion with Messiah and one discussion with Leif at the same time. It was so fucking weird.
Crazy.
They
my
are
goodness.
so. I love them both, but they are really, really different from each other. So it was kind of. I felt like I'm getting schizophrenia from this. I have to stop.
Okay.
Have
you read Snowy Shaw's book?
No, I haven't read it. I am ashamed to say.
He has a nice chapter on Memento Mori and working with Messiah. He tells a story about the vocal lines and the melodies and how they treated those. It's very interesting. Just saying, because I know you know Snowy, right?
I know Snowy. Yeah.
You've worked together. I think you've been on his album as well.
Yeah, I've done some guest vocals, and I know him. We talk on the phone regularly. He's one of my friends that I can talk to for hours.
Right.
But I guess like in Memento Mori, Snowy Shaw is quite a character as well. Too many big. If you put too many big personalities in one room, it's gonna be weird. Things are going to happen. So I can imagine.
Well, the magic happens, but then you have
weird chemistry. It might be volatile.
Weird chemistry, yeah.
Might be volatile.
I know
so
this
Mike
is.
Weed and Messiah and Snowy together, yeah.
So I know.
I was there when they recorded, so but it was kind of like a cool vibe anyway. But there were some incidents and so. But
But I listened. My son, we were out driving, and my son put on Memento Mori. I haven't listened to it that much. Put on the stereo, and I was fucking what a great guitar work. It was like I mean
one of the best.
Mike Weed for a long time and listened a lot to King Diamond. I'm a huge fan of King Diamond, but that was kind of virtuoso, fucking next level playing guitar wise.
Yeah.
I had no idea actually, so I was a bit surprised and felt like, why haven't I listened to this before?
Yeah, and the drumming by Snowy Shaw on the first two albums is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Pure Snowy, it's 100% just Snowy, just only Snowy plays like that.
Incredible.
That's a drummer you hear directly when it's him.
Yeah, which is a very rare thing for drummers, especially to recognize the drummer.
Yeah,
Snowy's definitely one of those.
I saw I think he posted a video of Sweet on Facebook, and it was like a drum solo, and then I heard like okay. And he said, that's my biggest influence. And I was, I really can hear that. I think that's where he's got a lot of stuff from the drummer from Sweet. I can't remember his name, but Snow is a one of a kind everything. Drummer, songwriter, character, metal character.
Person.
Yeah.
Graphic artist. He also does stuff. He draws very well. And does stuff. Michalis, we should pester Niklas, after some time and make Snowy come to the show.
Yeah, sure. That would be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah.
He comes to the show before the show and says hi, and then he usually leaves before people comes. So.
Yeah.
I know. This is a sorry, Vic. May I?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep the question in your head. Don't forget it. All right. I know this is a Wolf interview, but I can't resist asking Simon. I mean, you're in Soilwork, and you're gonna play with them soon live, and I mean, you're fully active with them. You joined them in 2023. It's a year and a half, 2 years that you joined, and I mean, what are the news from the Soilwork camp at the moment?
Well, we're actually writing the new album now. That's what we kind of mainly do at the moment. I actually joined in 2019, but I was a session guy for 4 years. So
They really checked you out.
Yeah, I mean, I was replacing David, who was still alive and in the band, so and he couldn't do the show, so I was just a replacement for him. But then he passed away, unfortunately, and that's why I got the kind of like full-time job. Of course, they known me pretty well by then. So, but what we're doing now is a new album. And we're going to tour on that one next year, probably a lot, but nothing is really booked now. There's a lot of things like happening under the surface at the moment.
So you write as well for Soilwork?
Oh yeah, I do.
You do? Oh, nice.
Yeah. We released one single last year, just before we did the tour with In Flames and Arch Enemy, and that was the first song after David passed away, and that one is actually my song that we released.
Okay.
Spirit of I need to listen to that. That went out of my radar, so I'll listen to that.
It's called Spirit of No Return, so I wrote that one.
Okay. Right. So you write for Soilwork, you write for Memory Garden, you write for Wolf.
Yeah. What about Tiamat? You're just like a session over there, or?
Yeah, Tiamat is only Johan and Lars, the drummer and the vocalist, are the band. Everyone else is like session guys. But there are kind of like they have a couple of guys for the different positions that they call, and let's say if I can't do it, they call the next one on the list. But I have done all the shows the last 2.5 years, I think, except for one that was a collision when we were doing the In Flames tour. Then they had another guy doing it because I was already out.
Do you have any free time to get to go to sleep or something? Because you.
Yeah, well, sometimes I actually was up in the north the last couple of 6 days having a vacation. So
hunting bears.
Hunting bears, beers and bears.
Beers and bears, fantastic.
No, but I mean, of course, it's a lot of work all the time, and but I like that. I mean, that's
of course.
I only do music nowadays. I only play guitar and have a studio, so I have to keep busy, or else I won't eat. Because I need to get money on the bank.
Of course,
but I also love it. But I mean, there's like a balance. So.
And what about?
Makes sense.
What happens? I mean, when I check your your profile on Encyclopedia Metallum, you also appear on Bible Black that says on hold. So what is the situation with these guys? Is it active?
No, well, it's not. We haven't really kind of like. Put the band to sleep. We haven't just done anything for like 14 years. we wrote like a second album that we have never recorded, and then me and Mike are kind of busy, he with King Diamond and Merciful Fate, and me with everything I do. So to be honest, it's kind of like more. It kind of like just. I don't know. It's just up in the air. We might do something. We might also not to do something. I have no answer.
Okay. Yeah, time will tell. And last but not least, with Memory Garden, I mean, Memory Garden released the last full length in 2021, 1349. What is the situation now? What are the plans? Where are we standing with Memory Garden?
Yeah,
guitar-wise as well. Guitar-wise as well, because you're the only guitarist now, I think.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So what's up with that?
Until left the band.
Yeah, he left like 2 years ago or 1 year. I don't remember. Some time ago. So at the moment, I'm the only guitarist. But we have written like 12 or 14 songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have kind of like we don't have an album, but we have songs for an album, and there are some plans of recording maybe 2 songs to get something happening a little bit sooner than what a full-length album will take in time to do. So we might do that like next year, early next year, and kind of like release 2 songs to start with, and then start to work on the album.
Having said that, how do you feel that goes to Niklas as well? I mean, since the album format is kind of an old thing now, and most people don't really buy albums or listen to albums. What do you think about, releasing 2 songs or maybe an EP? You told us last time that you had 6 songs ready and you were thinking about maybe recording them roughly or see what happens.
Yeah, it's not I think still in metal, the album is a great concept. And if you manage to get a whole album together, it's something special. But also we live in new times, so I can see, especially in other genres, there's no really why really put together 10 songs, but
so why not 2? Why not just 2 songs?
Yeah, I know.
For me, it's like metal is albums, but still, I do get the thing, which is kind of a cool thing, that you can pop out 1 or 2 songs just to kind of like show that you're still.
I mean, in the old days, they used to put out 45s. The old days, like the 40s and 50s and 60s. They just put out singles. So that wasn't.
But one thing that at least here, and I think everywhere, is that the sales of vinyls and also CDs are picking up again. I mean, it's not as it were back in the day,
of course,
obviously, because we have all the streaming medias, but it's getting. It's kind of like it's picking up, and when we release on vinyl, it sells pretty okay, actually.
Yeah. Right. Same here. Yeah.
Vinyl is always sold out, but it's not huge amounts.
Yeah.
Either,
no.
But,
it always has to be limited, but.
Yeah, I can see an argument for both, releasing the whole album thing and just release a couple of songs.
Release like a couple of songs, then a couple of other songs next year, and then
if you do that, how could you possibly release an album with songs that everyone already heard later?
I mean,
well, many bands have done that.
Yeah.
Because what's happening now quite a lot is
put it out on vinyl.
The album release, let's say November 1st, and then kind of like in February or March or whenever the first single comes out, and so a lot of bands have like 3, 4, or even 5 singles from the actual album. So when it gets released, it's kind of like you know most of the album, but
that's a bit tricky because you lose the excitement of listening to the new album, right?
I mean, I see it 2 ways personally. I mean, what you do is you make the album cycle longer for the band. You kind of like you still stay relevant for a longer period, so to say. But still you take away a little bit of the excitement, because I remember being young, you get an album, it's like, oh, and you read all the titles of the songs, and you listen from the start to the end, and it's like, that's kind of like super cool, and you take everything away from that.
Of course.
So
yeah, I agree.
Well, if you release 2 or 3 songs, that happened before. I mean, some albums and some bands, they always had a lot of lead singles, but
But it's really hard to know what is kind of like, if you look at it from our point of view as a band, what are the smartest way to kind of like promote and release an album? I don't know. I think that changes all the time now. What is kind of like the smartest way to do it?
I think it's still new territory. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be, I mean, Metallica did with Hardwired. They released every song as a video with an hour difference or something like that. Each hour they released the new song, the album track by track with the new video as well.
Did they do it during a day or what?
During a day, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't do it prior to the release though.
No,
they did it after the release date.
Yeah,
right? So.
Exactly. That was. But what I'm trying to say is that this was something kind of. I mean, I'm sure someone else might have done something similar, but
but that's one way.
Everyone did that.
Everyone listened to the whole album in one day. Everyone. I mean, you watched the video, but that was Metallica, and each video was quite expensive. So.
Yeah, but that's what I meant. Like a couple of minutes ago, it's really hard to know what is the best way to kind of like make a mark and get people to understand you're there. I don't know. I have no answer. Everyone is trying. It's different all the time, I guess.
I mean, Ghost makes a movie in the middle of nowhere. They just pop out a movie, a mini movie with Hollywood production values, and it's furthering the story, and then a month or a couple of months later than that, they drop new music. So
because they can.
Songs.
They have
the means.
The means they have a different economic situation than Wolf.
Yeah, the budget is
Doomocracy maybe can do that.
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Next album. Next album.
Do a movie.
I have a whole script in my mind about our latest album, Unorthodox, but you know, you cannot really do that.
Oh, I was joking.
Simon, can I ask about Shadow Architect?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, good question.
The new band featuring an all-star lineup.
Yeah.
Well,
can you tell us? I mean, I know, but
What it's a new band or project. I don't know if it's a band or a project. We'll see. But it's I mean, since we're here talking Wolf, it's originated from our old bass player Anders Mod, the previous Wolf bass player. It started during the pandemic when he was kind of like starting to write songs at home just because he wanted to. And I was visiting him like 2 years ago or something. We had a beer and some good food, and he played me a couple of songs and asked me if I was interested in playing on it. And it was I really loved the songs. Actually, I was kind of like pleasantly surprised because for me, Anders, he has written quite a lot to Wolf, but he is kind of like more a riff, and Niklas do something with it, or he'll give me a riff, and we kind of like work together. Now all of a sudden he had like full songs. I was like, shit, this is fun. Now I wasn't really expecting it, and I don't mean anything kind of like no disrespect or anything bad with it, but I hadn't seen it in the past, kind of like really. But anyway, I really wanted to do it, and he also managed to involve Charles Rytkinen from a Swedish band called Morgana Le Fay on vocals.
Which is why we are very, very interested in this, because me and Mike, we are huge fans of Morgana.
Yeah, we love his voice.
And we love his voice. Charles' voice.
Cholet, as he is, as his nickname is, Cholet, he's really, really good. So cool singer. He has kind of like this charismatic voice as like Midnight or World Day. Maybe he doesn't sound as them, but he has his ID. It's so much you can hear. He's like Niklas.
Instantly recognized.
Yeah, he's like Niklas. He sings like one word, and you know that's him.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and that was kind of like super exciting for because I really love the Morgana Le Fay as well. So it was kind of like it was a super cool mixture, and also the old Tad Morose keyboard player Frippe Fredrik is playing keyboards, and from Memory Garden the drummer Tom is playing drums. So it's kind of like a
fantastic lineup. Fantastic lineup.
So we are actually.
I mean, all you guys play in all my favorite bands. So what could go wrong?
Yeah, I hope we can make you proud of us.
Yeah, I've already. I've already heard 2 songs, so it's really, really good.
You liked it? Oh, that's.
Yeah,
we like them. So what's the story? Are we going to get the album? When are we going to get the album?
Oh, yeah.
What I can say is that we have recorded everything. Not everything. I'm doing lead guitars now. I have done like 2 or 3 songs maybe. And
are you going to handle the mix?
Yeah, that's the plan. So so it's kind of like, since I'm quite busy, I have no exact date. I don't know because we have no deal on it at the moment either. So we really don't know, but we are trying to do it as soon as possible without rushing it and without destroying my heart.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I'm really excited as well. So hopefully we will. I would like to stop time and be able to work on it and just finish it off, but that's not possible if you don't have some sort of thing you can borrow to me that I can stop time with.
Sure, yeah.
Just press pause on the screen.
Oh, isn't that pause? No, but yes, to be serious,
Yeah,
we're working, and it will come. It will.
We are excited about this. We're waiting for it.
To say the least.
Can I ask a question on Niklas? Niklas, I want to get to you and ask you about Doomsday Kingdom. I mean, last time we had a release from Doomsday Kingdom was in 2017 with a Doomsday Kingdom full length and everything. Where are we at the moment? Is it going on? Is it stopped? Is it paused? What's the situation?
I guess
you're with Leif over there. Leif Edling.
Yeah.
Andres Johansson and Marcus Yidel and yourself. So what's the situation from the camp?
Now, first it started like Leif wanted to do a project because I think he was burned out and he needed to do something just for fun. And he started this project. He asked me, and he has been working with Marcus Yidel for a long time. And then they got Andreas on drums. And Leif was writing songs, and him and Marcus were putting together demos. And he asked me if I wanted to do the vocals, and I was yes. And it's just like the four of us just really clicked. So I asked Leif, is this still a project or is it a band? Because it really feels like a band now. But of course, it's Leif's band, 100%. And it's a band. But it's also like Leif is the main guy. He does everything. He's like Tobias Forge. He has the concept, he writes all the songs, he has the concept for the album cover, everything. And I mean, now he's so busy with Candlemasses, so I don't think that he will find, the time to do it. But we talked about it a couple of times. It would be really cool. And I think everyone in the band is up for it because everybody loved it. And we felt like it was a special thing. It really felt special, and I think everyone felt it. And it's just like sometimes would you get a lineup and it just right the first time. Sometimes you have a lineup and a lot of changes, and like in Wolf, it's been kind of a mess. But with the Doomsday Kingdom, it's like magic from the first go. But also it's Leif is the whole band. He is the whole band. He writes everything, but he also leaves a lot of artistic freedom to everyone. And I said that to him from the start, that if I'm going to sing on this, I will do it 100% my way. I can't sing like I that's the only way I can sing. And he was like, yeah, that's why I asked you. So just do it. So he recorded some his own vocals, and they sounded more like you. I mean, I could kind of hear what he was aiming for, but it didn't sound at all like me. He can't hit those notes even. But when he writes so powerful, the riffs he writes is so powerful. You kind of know exactly what to sing when you hear them, and you have the lyrics, and you have his kind of guide vocals. So it was, and I think he did the same with Messiah. I talked to Messiah, and he said he loved Leif's demo vocals because he could hear what he wanted, but also Messiah felt like, yeah, I can do this 100 times better. So that's I mean, that's more inspiring, I hear a great song and it's a great potential, and I can do my thing over it. And it was like that for me as well. But whether it's going to be an album number 2, I have no idea. I don't think so at the moment, actually, because I think he's 100% busy and focusing on Candlemas now, as he should. But I would love to do a follow-up album. I would love to.
We would love that too.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a Kingdom was great.
Yeah.
And let me see this. It's somewhere here. Somebody said about Simon that his beard is actually hiding the logo of his T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Soilwork. There you go.
Soilwork. Yeah.
It's mirrored as well. So. Yeah. I'm wearing my own band T-shirt. I know you shouldn't do that, but it was close at hand.
Why should you not do that?
Iron Maiden does it all the time. Dave Murray always wears the Maiden shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good looking T-shirt.
Yeah. A friend in the comments, George Chochios, said that I think it was him. Yeah, that was him. That Messiah is not coming to Greece for the gig. He's coming for a pilgrimage because he's dressed as a monk. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
He loves the food.
Yeah, we know that.
It's going to be an awesome show, and I mean, Candlemas has always been really successful in Greece. So I mean, it's going to be cool.
No, it's going to be great.
Yeah, we're going to be there. We already have tickets.
Yeah, I wish I could be there, but
Yeah. I bought them after I failed to book the tickets for Agrinio.
Oh yeah.
Because it was much less money to go there instead of Agrinio. So another time.
next time, you guys. Next time.
Yeah. You are excused.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure I'm the biggest fan in Greece. I'm not just saying that. I think people will support that.
I think
am actually your
so
biggest fan.
too, actually.
There. Nice to hear from you, Niklas.
Yeah. It's like I get nervous when you ask me about songs because you know the lyrics better than I do and everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't. But I do. If we had more time, I would ask you, about many songs. I always wanted to know, for example, about Devil Moon. How you compose Devil? I really love Devil Moon, and
it's a cool song.
I haven't found anyone who loves it as much as I do that gets it. I think it's a masterpiece. I really mean that.
I really love it as well. I'm always opting for that one when we choose songs for the set list.
It's a great song, yeah.
The song was the drummer at the time, the original Wolf drummer, Daniel. He had a friend who was Daniel was really clever with coming up with phrases and titles and stuff, and often he just stole them, because he had a lot of reference that I didn't recognize them. But he had a friend who also was like very poetic and he was really great at that too, but he was kind of original. He had said to Daniel, you should have a song called Devil Moon. And so Daniel, so we wrote the song Devil Moon just because of that. So
okay,
cool.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
That's fine.
For hidden meaning behind my precious gold has turned to rust and all that stuff.
Actually, I don't. Now it's been so many years, but I remember writing it that I was more into writing kind of riddles, and I don't know if I really knew what I was saying, but there's a method. If you listen to, there's a method where I repeat words in the lyrics all the time. So I have it's kind of a more like. I'm not sure about the meaning of the song, but I know that I have a certain method in mind when I wrote the words. So it's not random, but I repeat the words and give them different meanings.
Okay.
So,
right.
So I have to listen to that one to see if something comes back to me, and what I will have another meaning when I listen to it now. I will have another meaning than what I thought when I was.
But it's
writing.
It's not a song that you feel particularly proud of.
I think it's a really cool song. It's a cool arrangement, but it's not one of my super favorite songs that means, like Speed On is a song that really have a deep meaning to me, a really deep meaning. But Devil Moon is more like one of those. Yeah, it was a cool song, and I remember creating it because it was such a special period in the bands when we were like the drummer, me, and the bass player, and we wrote almost everything in the basement, And then we rehearsed in a bomb shelter. Yeah, so when I hear those songs, I kind of, I'm transported there again, and I'm, you know, getting a bit of contact with my 25-year-old Niklas, and it was a different time and everything. It was kind of
not a long time ago.
Yeah.
To me, it's a song that works really well compositionally. It's not like the lyrics are, you know, I didn't ask you about the lyrics because I find them profound, but I find profound the arrangement of the song. I really like the melody and the emotion it evokes in the slow part at the beginning, and then when it breaks into the heavy part, that really works for me. I mean, like the emotion that it evokes I find it very, very special in Evil Star. One of the, you know, highlights of the album, and I really love Evil Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Evil Star is one of your best.
I think the lyrics was like we had the music had a certain vibe, and the lyrics are just there to enhance the vibe of the music. More like it's not like a poem that you could read without music. When you hear the lyrics with the music, it's kind of enhancing the music, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask about Skull Crusher? Is it about working out?
No, it's there's actually an exercise called the Skull Crusher.
I know that. And this is why you're saying Skull Crusher. Can you feel the pain? It's because you're doing the exercise. That's what you had in mind.
It's like it's not about working out. It's about when you work so much that you're out.
Okay.
It's like I was really. It was the kind of the end of the making that album, and I just bought a house. I was had become a father. Everything was it was a struggle. I also worked night shifts and evenings and mornings, and I worked with mentally ill drug addicts who were they were really crazy, and some of them really wanted to kill me.
Nice job.
So
no anxiety over there, I guess.
Yeah, so the song is about
relaxing atmosphere.
You know, I mean, really fight. The fight when you fight for your life, kind of theme that you don't give up. It's like Speed On. You don't. Giving up isn't an option, but you can feel the pain and you're banging your head against the wall because you just want to.
Take a break.
Through, you know.
Sometimes in life you have so much shit going on, you know, and you reach the bottom, and the only way is to climb up, but then you don't have the strength, you know. Even if it is, you know, saving your life, like 3 clicks with your mouse, and you don't have the power to do it, and it's called depression. And I don't know. I'm living it now. Right, and I'm sure a lot of people are living the same thing. You know, we're at an age that life really is not giving to you, but it's more like taking from you, and you know, you just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and you reach a point where you just don't have the strength, you know, and you have to find the strength to do it. And even though in my case, sometimes to get paid from a project or whatever, it's just like 3 clicks away, and you don't even have the strength, you know, spiritually, emotionally, in any way, to do these 3 clicks. And it's just literally 3 clicks to get paid from a client or whatever, and get some food on your plate, and you don't have the strength to do it.
I wish it was 3 clicks for my paycheck.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean is when you reach the bottom and you don't have the strength to do fuck all. You know, not anything.
Well, Nick transformed after that burnout syndrome, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
It was after that period and the burnout syndrome that after that you just changed your life and you beefed up and you became, you know, so.
That's what I thought about Skull Crusher. That's what.
Yeah, but Skull Crusher was written kind of really before my real burnout. My real burnout was in 2012, and then it was really serious. But when I wrote Skull Crusher, I was heading there, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
But when my real burnout, then I was kind of I just hit the wall, and I was really in a really bad shape. And I know that Simon remembers this, and it was.
I'm in that
I was
condition
fucking
now.
terrible. I couldn't drive my car. I couldn't read. I couldn't almost couldn't speak. I met a friend. He thought I was drunk, but I was completely fucked up in the head for like 7 years of intense stress in my life. So and the album that we wrote after that was I think it was Devil's Seed. And that was like my therapy session to get back.
And it has many dark songs, that album, I think.
Yeah. Maybe, but it helped me. That album really helped me, and it was like I got some really good help from a therapist, and I really did some huge lifestyle changes and worked hard on myself. But working hard is also letting go. When you're like in that kind of depression, you have to not work hard. I mean, working too hard got me there, but I had to, rearrange my whole life. And I had a great support from my wife and my family, and also from the guys in Wolf, and from the music itself. So, but I was like, I had to change my day job completely, and couldn't work for a year. So it was difficult, but the music, and especially that album, it really helped me. So, and
one of your best albums as well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And it's that album was my first contact with. Oh, not my first, because I heard the debut, but after that, I think that it took me many years to get back to Wolf, to be honest. So that was the album that got me back to Wolf. Devil's Seed.
Was the first album with. It was the first album with Simon as well.
With Simon, yeah.
And it's like we were so happy that he joined the band. The band got a new energy, new blood, an injection of energy, and something was, so it was kind of a positive, because I was recovering during that album. So it was, for me, it's like a positive album. But the darkness in there, of course, there's darkness in there because I was going through a very dark period, but I came out on the other side. And I remember when I had written the last song, it was like, I think my therapy is done now. I'm completely different human being, and I was at the bottom and kind of crawled my way up there with a lot of help from good friends and therapists and music and the band and everything. So it's a special album for me personally, just because of that.
I'm gonna read a comment over here. George Tiotios says that Vasilis, with his enthusiasm that shows for Wolf, I'm convinced that Vic's dungeon is located at the castle Wolfenstein. Badoom.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein. I played that game. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing game. Yeah.
Niklas, what was the last song you wrote for Devil's Seed? The one that completed your therapy. Do you remember?
I can't remember really which one that was the last, but I think the one song, I can't remember the title, but the one song that kind of told a story about my coming back to life was
Back from the Grave.
Back from the Grave, yeah. So it has kind of a cheesy metal title, but it has a deeper meaning to me.
It's a great song. One of the best on the album.
Yeah,
really
that's completely about my recovery from,
right?
Reinventing myself and managed to come back to life. And I know I was kind of a little bit pissed off because I read a review that said there was fucking stupid lyrics. Now they're writing about reincarnation and stuff, and I was like, you fucking idiot! You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't write about reincarnation. It's like fucking stupid reviewer, but it was like
it's very obvious that it's not about
journey.
reincarnation. It's very obvious that it's not about reincarnation.
Yeah, but you know, some reviewers, they just get a list of bands they have to listen to, and then you know they
read the title and they kind of like they don't even listen to it probably.
No,
Yeah.
They just like make their own opinion on what it is, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that My Demon was about that situation that you were under.
My demon is more about I think my dirty fantasies, you know.
Oh.
2 for 2, Mike.
So
Yeah.
my demon is more, more of fun song. You know, you have to explore. You have to do your shadow work, find your inner pervert. You know, because my voice sounds like a pervert, so I have to find that part of myself, and instead of being a pervert, I write. Pervert lyrics, I guess.
I'll write that in a review.
That's like better, for sure. That's better.
Therapist against the wind, says Vitamin Death.
Of course it does.
Oh my.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah. I remember Back from the Grave comes after I Am Pain. And was that a choice? First I Am Pain, then Back from the Grave?
Yeah, it was a choice, but I don't remember how. We always work with the kind of like song, the kind of like song order or the.
We were at you and me and Andy were at his place, and I had a song order that I thought it was pretty good, and then we ran through it, and then the three of us, we were arranging everything and putting in that order for the album on that particular album.
It's kind of like really important to have the correct flow, but I mean there can be
definitely.
That's the fun thing, because it's really hard. It can be like different sequences can be good in different ways, so it's kind of like sometimes it's impossible to. You just have to decide.
Yeah, but don't you follow the old school formula of the vinyl? You know, first song on the side must be a banger, second must be a better one, and then the last one is the best on the album, and you know, B-side first song again should be a banger, you know, same rule. So that kind of, you know, puts things
also
into place.
they put they had like where do you put the slow songs and the fast song, because you know the sound is different on the vinyl when you
exactly
so,
right.
But it's also how you want to build the flow of the album. If you want to start like fast and then calm down, or if it's kind of like, it's really fun to dribble around with that, but it can be really, really tough to make a decision.
Can be really tough. Yeah, because you don't want to hide some songs, but you can really ruin the album if you have the wrong order.
Yeah.
And you know,
sometimes it's kind of impossible.
And nowadays, when people listen to stream services so much, the songs in the end of every album gets the less listens. That's
that's typical, of course.
Even if that's like the best song is the last one, people will miss it. Probably. So it's kind of like you have to think about that as well. Maybe if you give a shit, I don't know, but it's something to consider at least.
I would be pig-headed. I'd put always the best song last, just because that's the proper thing to do.
Yeah, but we all like. I mean, I like I think like vinyl A side, B side. So on the A side you start with, you know, a banger, a really good opening track, and then you know you build it. But if you have an epic title track, you want to have it like the first on the B side. That's a cool.
First on the B side.
On the B side is a good place to have the epic title track if you have one of those.
That's cool. We kind of did that twice with Doomocracy, so that's a good one.
Yeah.
Without really thinking about it like that, by accident, I think.
Well, Maiden put the epic one at the end. I mean,
always.
Wrong.
Okay,
one that counts.
Anyway. Not always. But
that wasn't the epic title track. It was the most epic track.
Yeah. Well, should be the same.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a typical silly question, which is, let's say you guys have the opportunity to build your dream band, and you're gonna be in it, and you're gonna select the best musicians in the world. Haha. Yeah. Who is it gonna be? Simon, you go first.
Oh fuck, this is hard. I would have Ronnie James Dio doing the vocals. That's for sure. I think Bob Daisley, he can play the bass. That would be cool.
And write the lyrics.
Oh yeah. I mean, why not?
Help. Yeah.
And what drummer should I have? There's so many cool drummers.
I would go for Gene Hoglan, Pete Sandoval, or Dave Lombardo. I'm typical thrash death metal guy.
Because
yeah. Well, they are good, but I wouldn't have them. I would have
Lars Ulrich.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have. No, not him. Mickey, I like Mickey D.
He's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
man.
But maybe not him. Let's go for him today. He can be in my band today.
Okay. You wouldn't mind.
And as a keyboard player, I think I would have like Kevin Moore from. Was that the first Dream Theater keyboard player?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Don Airy maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys listen? Do you guys listen
Dream
all the
Theater
names?
was never the same.
What? What did you say?
Mike? What do you say?
Me? No, I just said that the Dream Theater was never the same after Kevin Moore left.
No,
That's what I said.
Much lesser band, obviously.
I could live with that band.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nicholas?
It's a nice band, yeah.
Yeah, this is an impossible question.
Aha.
But when I was a kid and I started to listen to metal when I was like 11, 12 years old, I started fantasizing about this, and I would like my dream would be to play the drums in Maiden. And also I had like Maiden is the best band in the world, but Yngwie Malmsteen is also the best guitar player in the world. And Dave Murray was my hero because he had great blonde hair, and Adrian Smith didn't have. So I was like, what if, if Yngwie played instead of Adrian Smith, that would be the perfect supergroup. And then if you combine that with my fantasy of playing drums with Maiden, because I was a drummer when I was a kid, so would kick my favorite drummer Nick McBrain. It was my favorite then. Now I think it's Vinny Appice, but if Maiden without Nico and me on drums, but I really suck at drums now, and Yngwie on guitar instead of Adrian, and Adrian is my favorite guitar player in Maiden now, but just to honor my stupid childhood fantasy, that would be the lineup.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask me in 10 minutes, I will have another band, so it's kind of like it's not possible to answer.
Right. With that lineup, I'd put Kirk Arrington, Simon, as a drummer.
Yep. Oh yeah,
He's the Metal Church drummer.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I love him from metal,
I would just put the individual thought patterns lineup, and I don't know. Maybe I would not be in it.
Surprise! You picked death.
Well,
maybe I would.
I'd like to say if you want.
Speaking of Metal Church, I would think in my lineup I would kick Bruce Dickinson and have Mike Howe on vocals.
Mike Howe, yeah.
Because I would really have liked to meet him in real life, because that's the only singer I've been compared to a lot. I had no idea why, actually, because we don't sound, I think, alike, but maybe there's a vibe there or something. So I started to listen to, see interviews with him, and I started to really like that guy, his personality, and so it was a shame that he died.
Shame.
Shame. So
and it was
I think
illness.
I would really have liked to meet him and speak with him, and this would be a great experience.
You spoke about Saxon before. Have you heard the bad news from Biff?
He's kind of sick. They
he's got cancer.
He had a tumor removed. Yeah.
Oh,
Removed? Is it already removed? He who went all the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going through therapy now.
Okay.
I didn't really know what was happening. I just saw that they canceled shows.
Yeah.
Because he was sick, but I didn't really know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of my top 3 frontmen ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's amazing.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
And he's getting kind of better and better and better.
Yeah. And his voice is getting...
And his voice is amazing still.
Yeah, his voice is getting better. I saw him like a year ago something in my hometown, and he was singing better than ever.
Yeah.
He's like Ronnie James Dio, just continually getting better.
I mean, I was 15 when I first watched them, and it was 96 at the Rock of Gods festival here in Greece. We were gonna have Slayer, Motorhead, and Blind Guardian, Rage, and local bands and everything. And last moment, Motorhead cancelled, and we had Saxon, and they played live in 96. That was an amazing show. I mean, I didn't even know Saxon at the time, being a thrash death metal guy and everything. That was an amazing show. And then I saw them in 2001 in Wacken, and I've said this in previous shows. A sad incident. I was watching the Haunted live, and the vocalist of Haunted, he was being ironic with Saxon playing on the other stage, and he went like, yeah, stupid shit, and so I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm a thrash death metal guy, but Jesus Christ, man, just show some respect, and Biff, and Saxon, they've been always amazing, always, and although I don't listen to them that much, as you said, I've seen the progress and everything, always better and better. So, yeah.
Well, that was kind of sad.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, the disrespect by Haunted is very sad. I mean,
it's okay. It's 24 years ago, but I remember it.
It's one of the pillars of heavy metal. You don't disrespect Saxon. End of story.
No.
So, there you go. I saw Saxon in 2001, a little bit before Wacken, but I was ill. I was in Bloodstock, the first Bloodstock in UK.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they headlined that one. And I was, traveling from Bristol, and I was very, very, very tired from the beginning. And I was, at the end of the day, very exhausted, and I already had a small fever from the exhaustion, that kind of state. So I just went to see Saxon because I have to see Saxon, even though I'm about to die, I need to see Saxon.
Yeah.
They cured me for as long as they were playing. I was headbanging and singing because Biff just has this amazing gift of bringing the audience.
Yeah.
One of the greats. I agree 100% with Mike when he said we want top 3 frontmen.
Yeah.
He just, that stage banter we were talking about before. What to say between songs. He just whistles. He plays the crowd like this.
Yeah.
And then the concert ended, and I died at the back of a car, and I woke up.
Yeah.
And it was
Saxon was actually the second time I saw them. They were the longest concert I've ever watched. 3 hours and 15 minutes. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So don't do that often.
No.
That's long.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, do we have an audience with us still?
Yeah, we do.
Some people.
Right. Okay. So, personally, I need to go because I have some stuff to do. I don't know if you want to continue or whatever, but I have to say goodnight. Nick and Simon, thank you very much for this interview. It was amazing talking to you again.
Same.
And I really, really hope to see you. Well, I can't see you in Agrinio, but make it happen.
All I'm gonna say is shame on you, Vic, that you're not going to the gig.
I'm sorry. I really am. I am ashamed. I have failed my son. But there you go. So good night, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Vic.
Thank
Take
you
care,
very
buddy.
much.
Mike, can you continue
Yes.
this?
Of course.
All right. Okay. I don't
mean,
know. Simon and Niklas, what is your time frame? Are you guys all right keeping on and for a little bit?
Maybe
For-
10 minutes, like
Yeah.
10:30, because I kind of need to do some more stuff today and
Yep.
before hitting the sack.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, maybe it's just 1 or 2 questions, maybe. I
Yep.
don't know.
No. Like, it's cool. It's cool.
It's also the opportunity to tell to the people that are watching us, you can shoot your questions if you want,
Sure.
and yeah. Okay. Mike, you've got the lead.
Well, there was a question I wanted to ask before. Say you're playing at the audience of those 100 people we were talking about.
Yeah.
And you play a song and they're not very enthusiastic after the song ends. What mix-up do you do at the set list to find the right song to play to get them going? And which song is that?
Now, actually,
I mean,
somehow-
did you have to do this anytime?
No,
Maybe
we
to
haven't
mix
done
up the set list just to get the crowd going, maybe, or
I
whatever.
don't think I've ever done that in any
No,
band.
but
Okay.
usually when you have a crowd that's not very enthusiastic, and it happens sometimes in the beginning, but I don't know how we do it, but we always win them in the end.
Mhm.
And when we end with Speed On, it's always like, yeah, we did it again, but I don't know how we do it. But you have those shows, and I rather have those shows where people are a bit off in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
in the end of the show they've forgotten themselves and they are wow, because I don't know, we must be doing something right when we do it, but I haven't figured out what the thing is that we do.
No. But I agree with you. But I mean, it's not like we have done like any changing of the songs during a set. It's kind of like when we have started you kind of like do that, and
Yeah, okay.
hopefully it works. It's kind of like too much.
Yeah, but have you, for example, taken a song off the set list because of not a very great reaction, for example?
Yeah, for like the next show or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That has probably happened, but I don't know any specific song. But I think we
Yeah,
have
okay.
kind of like
Some-
change this thing around. Yeah.
Some songs are just not great live songs, and some songs
exactly,
are not
exactly.
great. For example, Skull Crush. I don't think Skull Crush, the song on the album, is really that good. It wasn't one of the strongest songs, or maybe it's just the production of the album. But when we couldn't do a live set without Skull Crusher. It's one of our best live songs.
It is.
And I think we have a couple of more of those songs that I didn't really like. The Bite, for example. I thought it was a really too simple, and it's not really up there on the Wolf quality. But we started playing it live, and it was like the song really came alive, and it's one of our best live songs.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite song from Wolf, to be honest. Yeah.
So a good
really
song on the album.
Straightforward, kind of really. It's a good. It gets the pulse up the Bite.
Yeah. I especially love the poses in that song. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
At the end, especially if you remember. I'm sure you know what I mean. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question from the audience, and it's sick and metal, and the question is for Niklas, but I'm gonna address the same question to both of you guys. It says, if Niklas wanted to change a genre in metal, what would that be? And I'm gonna ask both of you, both Simon and Niklas. Niklas, you go first.
Change the genre that we play.
Switch a genre. Switch a different genre in metal. What would that be?
I would maybe try to play a genre that I never played and I couldn't sing, like death metal.
Really?
That'd be something.
I never got the thing, I know it was a thing called death metal, but I never listened to it. But then now when I'm like in my 50s, I heard some really cool.
You're in your
stuff, like-
50s?
Yeah, I'm 52.
Jesus Christ, you don't look like it, man. You know,
thank you.
I'm 44, and I thought we were like the same age. Jesus Christ, you know.
Okay. No, so maybe I'll, but I could never sing like that, and I would, but just to try to do something completely different.
Okay.
Try
But
it.
I would never like have Wolf become a death metal band. And also I joined.
No,
I joined
definitely not.
I joined a punk rock band. This is really. I was asked to be a session guitarist in a kind of a punk sleaze rock band. The main guy is from California, no, LA, and one guy is from Spain, and one couple of guys from Denmark, and it was like, it's music that I never ever listened to at all, and their influences are like Iggy Pop and all. It's like a mix of Van Halen and punk rock. It's like, it's so different from what I would play if.
So you've never listened to Atheist?
No.
Or Death, or... yeah,
I've
maybe.
listened to Death, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's fun to play music that you never played before or listened to before.
Or
because you can
D-Side,
experience
or Cannibal Corpse, or Obituary. Have you listened to these bands?
No, not really. Not
You should.
really. Yeah, no, there's a lot of bands that I should listen to, and yeah.
You see all the posters here, you know. Yeah.
I've seen them.
Simon, yes?
I saw your posters already the last time. I've listened to those bands you're mentioning.
Yeah.
But talking about different genres for me, I don't know. I play all of them already.
Yeah, you do.
In different, but I mean, I would like to maybe do something more soft. If I should do something else, like more kind of like, I don't know, Marillion stylish or something. I don't know.
Progressive rock or
Yeah, well, not so progressive, more like the soft parts of it. But
yeah, all right.
I play like I play with a girl from Italy called Snovan, which is more like pop, baresque, rock. I don't know what's kind. It's super cool, so fun to do something totally different from what I have ever done.
Yeah.
So, I guess I would explore kind of like more of that kind of like soft pop, not pop maybe. I don't know the names. I'm bad at genre names.
But it's like, yeah.
But more
It's
like,
like pop, but
melancholic pop.
But it's heavy. It's heavy. It's like a bit like Ghost. It's heavy, but it's not heavy in the sound. It's heavy in spirit.
All right, I get it. All right.
So
I'd love to be an opera singer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
me
love to
too.
do it.
I actually took some lessons from a really good opera singer in Sweden. And it taught me a lot, actually. I never pursued it because it's something that you have to dedicate your whole life to.
Yeah, exactly.
24/7. It's like
Exactly.
It's nothing you just do like
No.
one afternoon and you become an opera singer.
No, and the thing is that, of course, but the thing is that if you start singing opera, you cannot sing in the style that Niklas is singing.
No.
It really conflicts, you know, the throat will.
Sick and Metal, he says, I think that goes for you, Niklas. He says, dude, he looks just younger than me, and I'm 35. and he says, I have another question. If they had the chance to play live, you know, a cover, what would that be? You know, what cover song would that be?
Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon. Simon?
It's
Nice.
Yeah, Niklas, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's my favorite Aussie song. And Aussie Bark at the Moon album was one of my favorite albums to me when I grew up and discovered metal. And I went through old drawings and stuff and things that my parents stored for me, and I put up my new office in my house, and I was going through what do I keep, what do I throw away, and I found like 11 years old Niklas had made a drawing of Ozzy as the werewolf, you know.
Really
So,
nice.
yeah,
Amazing.
maybe I should put it on Facebook. But that, and I remembered when I saw the drawing, there was several Aussie drawings, and I remembered how cool I thought it was, and you know, just you know that he was a werewolf and everything. But you know, but I never. It's the music on. You know, that song and the whole album is so good, so it transcends times. It's like, it was really cool when you were 12, but it's as good as ever now.
It is.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I did in May, I think it was, we had this Stargazer Alliance, like a Dio tribute show here in Stockholm. Maybe we talked about it last time.
Stargazer Alliance?
Briefly, maybe.
Yeah, it's called that, Stargazer Alliance. It's kind of like some people here that put together like a couple of different, I think like 5 different bands with famous musicians playing like Dio songs from the Dio catalog, like everything he has done. So I played Kill the King from Rainbow.
Nice.
And I played Holy Diver, and I played Don't Talk to Strangers, and that it was so it was like an honor doing it, and it was like with all these really good musicians. It was super fun to do it.
It's an amazing title, because the Hanya Rock Festival we have here in Crete, previously it used to be called Stargazer, you know, so nice coincidence. Yeah.
And I mean, all those classic old songs growing up listening to it are so fun to play, to actually sit down and really learn them. I mean, sure, you can play a couple of riffs, but to actually listen to them and kind of like find out how they actually play them is so fun.
Yeah.
And again, a typical question, but I'd like to ask you guys, what are your favorite drummers of all time?
Oh, I can name Nico McBrain was my first favorite drummer when I was playing drums when I was a kid, and he's still one of my favorite drummers. But Clive Burr and Vinny Appice, those 3 guys for me that's the shit. Never get tired of them.
Cool.
Yeah. I have what's it called? I have a weak spot for King Diamond drummers. I really love Snowy and Mickey D.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
But I mean, also like Vinny Appice, like Niklas says, and I mean, there are so many good drummers.
Well, you are playing with one of my favorite drummers.
Oh yeah, Tom or no?
Yeah,
Tom?
I love his drumming.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, he's amazingly good. Also, Johan, who plays in Wolf now, is so good. I mean, we are really blessed. I'm blessed to have been playing with so many good drummers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Johan is amazing. He when he joined the band, it was like a Christmas present from God. Everything started to sound so good because of the drums, and you can feel a little bit of Vinny Appice spirit in his drumming, and I love that.
Yeah, he has this old school touch to his playing, but also he has that style, like the how they used to play, kind of like.
Yeah, it's my genre, but if I set a few drummers like Gene Hoglan, Lombardo, and Pete Sandoval, and Paul Bostaph, who how would you who would be your favorite
of those?
Oh,
I really love Gene Hoglan. I think he's super good. It's really good, and Lombardo as well. Out of those you mentioned, I think it's Lombardo and Hoglan.
I would say Lombardo because that's the only one of those guys
one
that I
know.
really listen to that I know. But
I mean, there's so many. It depends on what kind of. I mean, like Neil Peart from Rush.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. Have you listened to the new Dark Angel album?
No, I haven't heard the new stuff. I heard that I heard from friends that they didn't like it that much, but I haven't heard it myself. So
I hear
don't
the
know.
same opinion everywhere. I was in a difficult position when I was interviewing Gene Hoglan a couple of weeks ago, and he was super enthusiastic about his album, of course, and I couldn't say, I listened bad comments and everything, but I was trying to be diplomatic and everything, but yeah, they seem to like it. We'll see what goes on with the whole album, but yeah.
You know what I've noticed, especially this goes to you more, maybe Simon, because you're a producer as well, you have a studio, that modern productions in heavy metal sound more or less the same. This loud sound, everything loud, and especially if we're talking about more extreme music like thrash or death metal. Almost everything I listen to, especially from those genres lately, sounds more or less the same.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Well, a lot of the albums, I don't really like it, to be honest. I agree with you. It's kind of like everything is so polished, and they use kind of like the same kind of drum sounds when they trigger the drum. Everything. I agree with you. It's really generic kind of ish. There's not that much room for like these more dynamic kind of mixes anymore. People they kind of like compress everything, and they use samples, and they use similar guitar sounds, which I think a lot of them sounds really good, but it's kind of boring.
There's no character though.
No, it's boring.
Like it's boring. Yeah, that's what I think as well.
But then, having that said, a lot of the producers today are really, really good, and it sounds like Jens Bogren. It sounds so good, but it's almost too good.
Yeah.
Too good. Yeah. Too good to be good.
Yeah. When we did the album Devil Seed, we did with Jens Bogren.
Yeah.
He's amazing, but that was like we cannot. It cannot sound better because it would ruin Wolf. It's like almost too good to be good, like you said. It's for this particular band and our style, but so it's a balance. Everyone wants a really powerful sound, but then everyone is sounding the same, and
exactly.
Maybe it was easier before to have that character, I don't know. But if you take a band Black Sabbath, Born Again, it sounds it's a terrible sounding album in a way, but the sound is so evil.
It's so good. It's so cool. We listen to it
and I
quite
know
a
that
lot
the guys in the band, when they heard the master, it was like, they ruined the sound.
Because they tried to make it sound. Exactly.
Don't change anything, because it's the most evil sounding album in the whole world. So it sounds kind of bad, but in a fantastic way.
Yeah, I agree. And we listen to it quite a lot, Niklas, when we are out on tour. We always put it on, and we we love it so much. But having that said, I really love the modern metal mixes, and I don't think I'm the guy I don't think I can mix like they do, like Andy Sneap and Jens and those guys. They are really good, but I'm more like, I'm not that polished. It's not when I mix. I think I'm more old school. I kind of like to use the real drum sounds and try to use that and not put so much like triggers on it, because I think it takes away some of the soul of everything, kind of. Maybe it sounds better, but it sounds more boring.
I agree. When you have some fantastic drummers in some bands. For example, Dimitris mentioned Dark Angel and Gene Hoglan, who is a fantastic drummer, and then you trigger his drumming and you quantize his playing, and what is left? You have a phenomenal drummer, and you have a really different kind of feel, or not.
I agree. I agree. I mean, especially when you edit and you kind of like almost grid everything up.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah,
lose.
yeah.
That's kind of like the worst thing you can do. It's so easy to you take away all the soul of the album. If you can, of course, fix things and make it a little bit better, but there has to be like a balance. You cannot do it too much.
Can I ask you about a fellow Swede, Peter Tägtgren, and his work in general?
I love Peter. I mean, he's good. Sorry, Niklas.
Yeah, no, I didn't know Peter Tägtgren at all before we recorded the first Wolf album with him. It was Dan Svane who recommended him.
Dan Svane.
Asked Dan Svane first because he did the demo that we got the record deal, and he hadn't any time to do it, so he recommended Peter, who was a friend of his.
Both very talented people, both Dan Svane and Peter Tägtgren. They're very talented.
Excellent.
But it was really cool, and I think Peter thought it was really fun to do something else because he got the vibe that he had taken the extreme metal and done that thing and made his mark on it, and it was like he wanted to try something new. So I think it was exciting for him as well. I think he had a good time, and we certainly had a good time. And then I kind of discovered, he was writing for the second Pain album then. So I started to listen to a bit to Hypocrisy and saw that this is a guy with many talents, and he was so driven. Often when we came, we were really driven. At least I could, back then, I could work focused 8 hours a day, completely focused. The other guys in the bands, they want to kill me because I was so thorough with everything. But even though I was so dedicated when we recorded, when I got to the studio in the morning, Peter had already been there for 2 hours recording Pain guitars and writing in his Studio B.
Wow.
So and then he worked with us all day, and then probably continued with Pain stuff when we left.
Crazy.
So, and his work ethics and his energy was amazing. He was like, I want to be like that guy. He was like my role model. Probably that's one of the reasons I burned out. but I don't. Yeah.
He was with Hypocrisy. He was with Pain. He was with Till Lindemann, and they cooperated together. He's been so successful and everything, and he's done so many productions as a producer, and
he's good. He's good at everything he do.
He's a talent.
From writing songs to recording, mixing,
everything.
He's really, really good, and he's a super cool dude as well. So.
Yeah,
nice.
But he has a great talent, but I know that he put in extreme amount of work. He was extremely dedicated. So I think the talent is like this, and the amount of work is like that he put in, and the dedication.
I don't know. Maybe I used the word talent, but I didn't mean talent in that way. What I mean is that he is really good, and he has earned. He has worked for it. He's one of the big Swedish names.
Yeah, absolutely. Kirval,
right?
He says, I'm looking at the booklet of my favorite Black Wings. And one member of Wolf, he is wearing a Morbid Angel t-shirt. He says, Niklas, in the meantime, he looks just the same as back then. And he says, if I could bring Wolf over here, I would tell them, take as much as you want and play the whole Black Wings live. And with the amazing cover of Merciful Fate. And from the most perfect mixtures, Priest with Iron Maiden, with everything going just crazy, and an amazing underrated album, he says.
Yeah, It's thank you very much. It was a very special album for us. The first one was special, but Black Wings, we felt like now something just happened. It's like that's when we took it up a notch, and I guess the energy it's hard to replicate that kind of energy that we have on Black Wings. It just happened, and we were young and horny, and
you still are young and horny.
Yeah, still 52. I'm still horny, but I'm 52 right now.
Still young.
Only horny. And
it's all in the eye of the beholder.
In the morning. No, but it was a special time and a special album, and we had a special chemistry in the band at that time as well. And I remember that era of Wolf. It was a difficult era because we couldn't find a good second guitarist, and we were also very kind of immature and unexperienced and didn't know what the hell we were doing.
We always are.
But music-wise, we did something right on that album.
And George Tiotios, he asks, he says, I don't remember, sorry, I'm too drunk. He says, did Simon ever, did he say, did Simon ever say, will the new, when the new Soilwork is coming out, and also where does it come from their opinion, the success of the Swedish metal scene the last at least 30 years? Were Heavy Load perhaps the reason, and Bathory? Simon, it's yours.
When the new album is coming with Soilwork, I didn't say because we don't really know, but next year sometime is the plan, but we have no date yet, so I don't really know about that. And like the success for Swedish metal, I mean, we have so much different things. I don't think it's because Heavy Load, sorry, I don't think so, but maybe a band like Europe has something to do with it. And also, I mean, what we have in Sweden, or at least what we used to have, is like we had these what do you say, studieförbund?
It's hard to explain, but you can, if you gather a group of people and you want to educate yourself in a topic, you can get funds for it. And, a lot of bands use that.
All right, that's great.
And that made it easier to afford rehearsal spaces. Also, Sweden in like the 70s and the 80s was like very, very, very boring. It was like DDR. It's like almost, it wasn't Soviet Union, but it was close. So there wasn't much to do. If you weren't into football, you were into music. And also because of the Cold War, we had a lot of bomb shelters. And the bomb shelters became rehearsal spaces for a lot of bands. And Black Wings is written in one of those bomb shelters in the basement of a stadium. So I think there's a lot of factors, and also like ABBA and Europe really paved the way for Swedish music.
And there's many more, but I mean those reached out, kind of like out in the world, and kind of like inspired us to. But I mean, the possibility, there were like these centers everywhere where there were a lot of rehearsal rooms. We could even borrow places where we have like instruments. We didn't even have to buy instruments.
Wow.
Which is like a really cool thing. And then from that, you got this new like wave of Entombed coming, Candlemass, and us,
and then later In Flames,
In Flames, and that kind of, and it inspires young guys and girls, and I think that is kind of like the reason.
I think one of the main reasons as well is just Swedish musicians having long beards hiding the logos of their T-shirts, you know.
But also, I think maybe because Sweden is I mean, we don't have a very nice weather up here. It's most of the year it's very cold and boring and gray.
Dark.
And you have to do something. And also, I mean, if you have a really nice climate, it's warm, you just want to drink beer, and we didn't, I mean, we couldn't
Take it easy.
We couldn't do anything because there was anything to do, and we had a cold, harsh weather, everything combined. And maybe also we have a special, every culture have a special kind of folk music. But I think in the Swedish folk music, you can hear a kind of melancholy. And when you listen to it, you can hear you can see the forests and the mountains and everything.
Okay.
It's like, I think a little bit of that translates into modern Swedish music, that you can hear that. It sounds
the only folk Swedish song that I know is the song that Candlemas covered, the song Bullfest, I think it's called.
Well,
Bullfest, Bullfest.
Yeah, it's not really that kind.
Yeah.
Now, Niklas means if you have heard In Flames, they have used some of this folk.
Yeah. I know. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Kouroumalis is adding in his comments that one of the most perfect mixes, Priest with Iron Maiden, with full, how can I translate it? Really, really fast and everything, and really an underrated disc. And he says he adds the three first albums. Is there any opportunity that you may reissue in a vinyl? Like, are there any suggestions from any companies?
Yes, we have on our list to release all of the three albums with the original artwork, but we don't own the masters. It's kind of Sony Music, I think, who owns it. So we have it's a bit difficulty because we have to buy the rights for those, and there's going to be negotiations and lawyers and everything. So it's kind of a shame that the three first albums are kind of trapped in this kind of void. It's a bit tragic.
It happens with every band, I guess. Yeah, I mean, every band has this.
Because when we started the band, we didn't know shit about the music business and the industry and how anything worked. We just were happy we were signed to a label, and now we can, record in a great studio. But now it's kind of a bit of a sad story that we don't own the material and we can't release it just like that because we would probably get sued. So we have to do it the right way. And right now we're focusing on the new album that we're writing now. But it's always in the back of our head to re-release the first three albums. But we can't promise anything right now.
Right.
Well, let's hope it happens sometimes. And I think we should wrap it here, Dimitris.
Yeah.
And
very super quickly, I'm just going to ask a couple of last questions. Saint Pepe sends cheers from Athens. And Kouroumalis is asking the last question. He says, can Niklas and Simon tell us the best Swedish albums for them?
I guess for me it would be Nightfall with Candlemas, and I think also I really love Hexenhaus. The Awakening is a fucking amazingly good album, and also Wings of Tomorrow with Europe.
Yeah,
fantastic. I love all those albums. You, Niklas?
On the top of my head, I just have to mention Gren Mager's album.
Oh yeah. Iron Will.
I don't remember what's the title. That also had a lot of Swedish folk music in it.
Iron Will.
Iron Will, or the album with The Oar Strikes the Water. Is it Iron Will?
I think it is.
Yeah, that's a great Swedish album, and also the Swedish band called Ram. Every album with Ram is fucking amazing. It's one of the best. If you're into old school Swedish metal, like Wolf plays, Ram, you should check out Ram. It's
we know the band. All right.
Amazing band, great band.
Iron Will is that one, Niklas. It starts with like your strikes the war.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
It's a cool album.
All
And
right.
That song is
cool.
I think we can conclude everything over here and say that Wolf is going to be in Greece in 4 days. 4 or 3?
Yeah.
4 days, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Friday night.
So lucky people who are going to watch them in Agrinio in Greece in 4 days. We're looking for your comments and all the best to you guys. Thank you so much for coming over to this show. It's been
Guys, it's been an honor, and we wish you the best of luck with the shows, and we know it's gonna be a blast. And we hope to see you next time you come in Greece, or maybe we come and see you somewhere abroad. I don't know.
All right.
It's a small world.
It's always a pleasure, my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same
Thank
to
you.
you guys.
All
Thank
the
you.
best
Thank
for
you
your
so
show
much.
in Greece. We hope to see you in Crete at some point, officially or unofficially. You know, we're gonna wait with the Raki. You know, you're gonna go through the process, and
I'm just booking the flights.
yeah. So thank you so much for this interview. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for part number 2, and we wish you all the best, guys. That you have been watching us. Thank you so much for being in the comments. Yeah. We'll see you at the next show, and good night and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
Okay.
night. Take care. See you
Guys
soon.
from Wolf, stay online. We'll talk a few minutes, and yeah, good night, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.